still solid when they not around. I've been winning, I've been hustling, and I stayed on top. I double up, the whole world wide. I don't fold, I don't break, I don't stop. Every move I make turn straight to stop. Had to grind through the rain and the drought. Now my name ring bells in the crowd. I've been up, I ain't coming back down. When you build like me, you don't drown. Yo. Pressure on my back, but I walk like a king. Had to learn how to boss up, not just dream. They would sleep on the kid, now they blink. Every loss made my vision more clean. I don't talk, I just let it unfold. Silence that's not allowed to go. Every mile I walk was cold. Now the ice in my watch too bold. I don't chase, sidetrack. Everything I need come back. Real ones only in my pack. No fake love in my lap. I've been winning, I've been hustling, and I stayed on top. Came from nothing, now the whole world wide. I don't fold, I don't break, I don't stop. Every move I make turn straight to stop. Had to grind through the rain and the drought. Now my name ring bells in the crowd. I've been up, I ain't coming back down. When you build like me, you don't drown. Yo, they respect how I move, I'm precise. I ain't gamble with life, I roll dice. On myself every time, that's right. Now my future's shining too bright. No revenge, I just level up. When they doubt me, I double up. I ain't rushing, I'm setting pace. Now they follow my footsteps, trace. Ooh, I remember the days when I had nothing but faith. Now I'm breaking the chains, and I'm keeping my place. I've been winning, I've been hustling, then I stayed on top. Came from nothing, now the whole world wide. I don't fold, I don't break, I don't stop. Every move I make turn straight to stop. Had to grind through the rain and the drought. Now my name ring bells in the crowd. I've been up, I ain't coming back down. When you built like me, you don't drown. No joke. Yeah, top floor, no ceiling. Still hungry even when I'm eating. Yeah, 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 yeah. I lift my voice is lifted. Gifted, I foresaw it and I ripped it. The whole enchilada with a side of avocado. I came down from my fences, desperados. My flow should be sold at low. Next to the 2x4s, an electric range stove. The bolts and screws home and approved. Gentiles and Jews, penning on views. Broken for you, my moment approaching. The coaching, the ocean is waving. The money I'm saving, the arrest I'm evading. The models I'm dating, this cup of mine keep cascading. God has engraved me into the palm of his hand. I'm in the best hands. I be washing Jeezy's dishes, pots and pans. I beat the law, the land. I speak because I can. Legalize blacks, legislate that. Hurry up, please, because a brother can't breathe. Kaepernick kneel, the world stood still. The level of hate was so unreal. I foresaw the end right before the hook. Hating is not a good look. I took from the good book. I feel like a tree planted by a river brook. Let me cook them surgically with this sword. Will put my vocal cord itching to release the source of my peace. I'm flipping verses on these tracks like an acrobat. Yeah, glory to the Father, he implemented a plan. Jesus carried it out, it is finished. The Spirit empowered, blessing after blessing. We win this, we win this. My spirit smile. We win this, we win this, we win this. My spirit smile. My spirit smile, my spirit smiles. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? Think about it. Man, Jesus did that. We win this, we win this. My spirit get it. We win this. Do you hear what I'm saying? We win this. My knees buckle, my spirit chuckle. We win this, we win this. Oh.
let's go, everybody. We got one more song, y'all. We're gonna get in that thing. You hear me? One more song, we going in.
And nobody see it. No. Came from the storm, I was lost in it. Now I got racks, I'm a boss with it. They didn't see when I was down bad. Now every move got a cost with it. I had to grind through the madness. Pain turned me into a savage. Now I just glide through the chaos. I made a way out of damage. But down I was dumb, I was fighting myself. Had to build it alone, I ain't asked for no help. They was sleeping on me, now they watching my steps. Now I move like a king, I don't deal with the rest. I done seen it get dark, I ain't fold, I adapt. Every loss that I took, I just turned it to racks. I ain't chasing no love, I just stay in my bag. Now the same ones doubting, tryna say I'm the man. Yeah, I've been quiet, I don't speak much, but my vibe tell it all when I pull up. I was lost in the rain, now I leveled up. Now I'm floating above, I ain't regular. Came from the storm, I was lost in it. Now I got racks, I'm a boss with it. They didn't see when I was down bad. Now every move got a cost with it. I had to grind through the madness. Pain turned me into a savage. Now I just glide through the chaos. I made a way out the damage. I had nights I was thinking about giving up. Had to fight through the doubt, had to live it up. Now I'm up and they see how I'm living now, but they don't know the pain that it took to get up. I done been through the fire, ain't panic. I was moving through life with no plan. Now I'm solid, I know who I am. I ain't worried about nobody's hand. Yeah, I just stay in my zone. I don't need nobody else. I was down on my own. Now I'm up by myself. Yeah, all that pressure made me. All that pain changed me. I ain't the same me. I had to go through it all. Came from the storm, I was lost in it. Now I got racks, I'm a boss with it. They didn't see when I was down bad. Now every move got a cost with it. I had to grind through the madness. Pain turned me into a savage. Now I just glide through the chaos. I made a way out the damage. I did. Yeah. Came from the storm. Still standing. Still.
Hey, what crack-a-lackin', man? How y'all doing today? Shout out to the goddamn truth tellers. Shout out to Beano Nation. Y'all know how we do in the goddamn building. I'm going to do a roll call in just a second, see who all inside the building. But listen, man, make sure you like the stream. Make sure you share the stream. If you go back and watch the stream, make sure you hype the video up, okay? Make sure you hype the video up. Make sure if y'all watching that you're active in the chat, having conversations, keeping the chat moving. Appreciate y'all. Just don't be sitting here. I need y'all mobilizing. Act like you got Twitter fingers. You did? I'm about to chat y'all out. But listen, we need some color in the chat. So make sure you're supporting the stream, giving great content, great conversation. So we need y'all active. You did? We need y'all active in the chat. But I appreciate y'all so much for always pulling up on a real one, man. Y'all know how we do every night. Have great conversations. You know, tell nothing but the truth, man. So that's why y'all come over here, man. Y'all won't come to get the truth from the truth. You did? So let's get it. All right, so let me see what we got going on. Who we have in the building? We got Nita in the goddamn building. Y'all know I say that every time. We got famous bodies in the goddamn building. What up, my boy? Minister Missy in the goddamn building. You know how she do. And my dog for real. She been with me, rocking with me since Men's Viewpoint. And I still got Men's Viewpoint, FYI. I just need to get more active on her. Almanaz, how you doing? I am Queen Tori. How you doing? Red Scorpio. We're crack-a-lacking a bit of smarts. Bad work. And Miss Summer. So far, that's all we got in the building. Yes, son. I'm on stream, son. What's up? You need help? Okay, here I come. Y'all give me 1 second. Hold on, y'all. My son need help. Give me 1 second. Gotta go help my baby, y'all.
Baby, hit me up. What you doing? Chillin' on the pool. Just BFUing. Your cash moolah. Uncle bout to kill it. Saute flow, preheat the skillet. My style so fly, y'all look like ants. Marching towards the mountain, I haven't even left the ground. I'm counting mountains after mountains. I should be an accountant. I'm bouncing. Gravity don't make my tears fall. No, it's finding me when I lose all of myself and you. Only then do I see the truth. And the truth, it changes me. Sets me free, set me apart. Spiritual surgery. Circumcising my heart. This is for my cash. Yeah. So much love for my cash. Yeah. My flows are eternal where glory is beyond pretty. Yeah. Hey, baby, let's bump some Mavericks. Baby, hit me up. Hey, what you doing? Chillin' on the cool. Just BFUing. Baby, hit me up. Hey, what you doing? Chillin' on the cool. Just BFUing. This is for my cash. Yeah. This is for my cash. Yeah. This is for my cash. Yeah. This is for my cash. What you know about fire trucks, giddy up school bus, cash on the scene like lightning McQueen. Midnight wide awake. Spaghetti plates. What you know about?
Hey, y'all, just in case y'all didn't know, that's actually a song dedicated to my youngest son, my 4-year-old. See, the content creators don't have music on their platform dedicated to their kids. That's actually a song made for my 4-year-old. It was jamming. Y'all want to hear that again? Y'all listen to it. This is a song created for my 4-year-old. These content creators, these niggas ain't shouting their kids out. These niggas don't do nothing for their kids. You heard me. My son say, Daddy, I need you. Guess what, dude? Nigga, I'm on stream. Got up, go take care of what my child need. Came right back, nigga. Here you talking about. Now listen to the song again. We're gonna play it real big. Now listen to it. My 4-year-old.
Ooh, baby, hit me up. What you doing? Chillin' on the pool. Just BFUing. Your cash moolah. Uncle bout to kill it. Saute flow, preheat the skillet. My style so fly, y'all look like ants. Marching towards the mountain, I haven't even left the ground. I'm counting mountains after mountains. I should be an accountant. I'm bouncing. Gravity don't make my tears fall. No, it's finding me when I lose all of myself and you. Only then do I see the truth. And the truth, it changes me. Sets me free, set me apart. Spiritual surgery. Circumcising my heart. This is for my cash. Yeah. So much love for my cash. Yeah. My flows are eternal where glory is beyond pretty. Yeah. Hey, baby, let's bump some Mavericks. Baby, hit me up. Hey, what you doing? Chillin' on the cool. Just BFUing. Baby, hit me up. Hey, what you doing? Chillin' on the cool.
give y'all a little bit of that, man. But what's good, y'all? Thursday night, tomorrow, Friday. Tomorrow, y'all know I made a boxer. I helped make a boxer the best in the world, right? So I got a new boxer that I'm training right now. We already had one fight. We 1-0 together. So he has another fight tomorrow. So tomorrow, I think I'm going to live stream from the fight. So I might do a live stream from the fight, y'all. What y'all think about that? Should I live stream from the fight? Y'all know I'm just not a content creator. I'm a world-class trainer. So I got me another boxer, man. I'm about to make this boy a world champion. We finna. So y'all look up. I know him. That's Trey the Truth. No, that's Blu-ray, nigga. Yeah, so I might stream from him. Might watch my boy. Go to work, man. You know how we do. So right now we want to know tomorrow is our second fight together. You know, we praying for the knockout. It'll be 2 knockouts in a row. So we gonna see. But I know he ready. We don't put the work in. Time to clock in. You did? For real, for real. So again, man, we appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. So we gonna talk about, can a man bring peace to a woman? That's a heavy subject. Can a man bring peace to a woman? So we're gonna let y'all you know, see who are gonna tap in tonight. See if we can get us a full panel. I don't know. We might not. I don't know. But I was reviewing a video yesterday and I didn't finish it, but it was crazy. Let me tell y'all something. Crazy. That's all I gotta say. The video was insane crazy. So I think I'm gonna play a little bit of it. We're gonna start off here until we get us a panel, man. Till I give me a panel of people. Let me find up another link real quick. And I still don't see no color in the chat, y'all. I don't see not a single color in the chat. I'm telling y'all right now, if we don't get no color in the chat, we would end the stream in 1 hour. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. So if you want this work, if you love what I do, then guess what, man? Y'all got to support the stream, man. It's just the only way to do it. Support, 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 support. You hear me? Support, 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 support. And that's all I'm saying. Y'all support the stream, baby. All right, okay, boom. I'm looking at some stuff, y'all. Okay. All right, bet we got a new. You know what? Before we get to that, let's look at something else real quick, y'all, because I hadn't seen this. Hold on. So, just in case y'all didn't know, Adam 22 is getting a divorce. Adam 22 is getting a divorce. And y'all know he had a open marriage in the thing where, if I'm not mistaken, his wife was an adult film star. He was already doing adult film, right? And so, with that being said, he allowed his wife to participate in that degeneracy. To me, you're a degenerate if you give up your body for money, period. So strippers, don't like adult film stars, don't like escorts, none of that, man. Any woman involved in any of that mess, to me, is TRASH. It's just my personal opinion. Never liked the strip club. I used to go with my friends, but I was only going because they were going. It's not like I wanted to go. And when I went, I just sat there and looked. They be like, you ain't gonna give us no money? No. I like my money. If I want some money, I give it to my mama. I give it to my granny. I give it to a woman in my family. I'm not no goddamn response. I'm not Drake. I'm not Floyd Mayweather and all that type of mess. You feel me? Straight up. So this man had like a open marriage where they were recording adult films. Or actually had a baby by this girl. Now, a lot of people call him a grifter and saying that he was grifting and taking from the black community because he was profiting off the culture of hip hop, rap, however you want to categorize, the rap, right? And so he's made a lot of money from interviewing different people. Now, this is how but this is my issue. People say that he was profiting off the black community, but the black community are the ones that was going over there and doing interviews with him. So if they go to his podcast, if black rappers were going to his podcast, how can we blame him of saying that he was grifting or taking from the black community when these people willingly went to his podcast? Y'all got to help me understand that. I don't understand how we could blame him if we call him, if we feel like he's just profiting off the black community. But you have to tell the black community to stop going to the podcast because that's the only way. Now, if he decided to do reaction videos, that's a totally different thing. He would be benefiting and profiting off the black community and things that are public. But everybody does reaction videos in the sense of those that are creators. So that means you would have to put all Caucasian or white people in that boat. And I don't think that's fair because this is my thing. If you don't give them something to talk about, then we don't have to worry about it. Yes, he is on the level of DJ Vlad. That's a fact. Like, they are some of the two biggest content creators when it comes to hip hop, podcast, all of that. No Jumper, DJ Vlad, Say Cheese, Academics. Those are the top dogs in the rap game, hands down. But for the black people that are upset at Adam 22 and people like Vlad, why are we going on their platforms and giving them interviews? So even if they did reaction videos, they would not make as much money if y'all were not going to their office or going to their place of business and actually sitting down, communicating and talking to these people and giving these people more content to monetize. Y'all let me know if I'm wrong. Somebody tell me, am I wrong? Am I not telling the truth? Am I wrong? And y'all, how we got 30-some people watching, but it's only a few people typing in the chat. Like, literally, I only see a few people typing in the chat. Okay, Rose, you're just drifting. The art of dialogue is better than any of them, and he's a brother. No, I know the art of dialogue. I'm familiar with the art of dialogue, but I'm talking about the biggest platforms. Art of dialogue is a known platform, but it's not big like Academics. It's not big like No Jumper. It's not big like DJ Vlad. That's just a fact. Hey Rose, what's up, baby? So that's all I'm saying. So we as melanated individuals cannot be upset at these people when our people are going to these people platforms, whether they getting paid or not. It is our choice to accept or decline. I think the check goes in and out seeing people's comments. It was happening earlier. Well, it might be something. I don't know. We shouldn't go on Vlad or watch. Well, Minister Missy, I'm just saying. People talking bad about Adam 22 and calling him all names, but we are going to their platforms. Whether they cut you a check or not, you still going. So if you're doing it for the money, then that means you will compromise your melanated people just for $1 so you can receive financial compensation. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But again, so him and his wife were involved in adult content, and then his wife ended up having an experience with a BBC. And this is the crazy part. This man's wife said that the BBC, the black man, was better than her own husband. Then not only that, I think his wife had some experience with some other BBCs. He put it on OnlyFans, made a whole bunch of money. This is his wife, the mother of his kids. This is the wife, the mother of his kids. Like, what man in his right mind? I appreciate that, Sel. Appreciate that, Willie. Make sure y'all follow Sell You Like Podcast, okay? But think about this. What man in his right mind will let other men engage with his wife? What man in his right mind will let other men sleep with his wife? And now he's at the point where she's asking for a divorce. She's asking for a divorce. But now my opinion, the way I think, I believe that this is, you reap what you sow. So people saying he had been profiting off the, BBC. I'm just saying, y'all, that's what it's called, pause. That's what it's called. You know what I mean? So pause. Every time I say BBC, I'm gonna say pause. So at the end of the day, now we're gonna dive into this. So now he's been profiting. I think he made like $30 million off that. Right? They made like $30 million, something like that. I don't know. But now his wife is wanting to leave him. Not sure what the reason is. We're actually going to watch a video from Urban Politicians. I like his commentary. I like him, dude from Houston, Texas. And we're going to see her response. She finally responded to him. He been trolling, acting like he not hurt. But I don't know. I'm not that man. I don't know. But it just shows you how a lot of men refuse to get married the legal way, the way that the American system has it set up. Because a woman can take half of your stuff. Now he has a multi-million-dollar studio. Now she's asking for half of it. Now she did have some sweat equity. Not the sweat equity we think, but she did have some sweat equity in that. Okay. But how do you let other men pipe your woman down and now your woman is about to leave you? Crazy work. Are you serious? Okay, I've been in my gym. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Okay, so let me do this review real quick. HB, they just told me, say, Trey, do you see her addressing situation? She said someone has been forging her name, and she said she's not divorcing him. Oh, ho. Let me go see. Okay, listen. Let me react to this video real quick. Let's see. Like I said, I'm only going off what the last thing I heard. So let's look at it. Let's listen. Come on.
Believe me, I honestly don't blame you. Someone who is not me has been trying to file for divorce on my behalf. I know this because they've been filling out the paperwork incorrectly, and so it is being sent to my house. It happened in, I think, March and then in April. I guess they finally figured out how to properly file for divorce because now there's a legitimate case number at the courthouse under my name. They have been forging my signature, and I know who they are because their name is on the check that got sent to my house claiming that I want to be divorced. Now, this TMZ article came out, so I have to tell you guys about this. It claims that I filed for divorce on my birthday. On my birthday, I was on Rodeo with Adam and my daughter shopping for my birthday. not at the courthouse filing for divorce. This article also claims that I only get $3,000 a month in spousal support and that I have no access to any of our other finances, basically implying that like Adam sends me out to work and then just hoards all of my money. Not true. We're both breadwinners, but I make more most of the time and I have access to all of my finances. So not true. I know that everyone out there was like so hyped, like everything that they've ever believed about us. They're
This
like,
is crazy
yeah,
work.
we knew they weren't going to make it. They're divorcing. Not true. But what an insane story. Like, how am I going to...
Yo, it's Big Ant.
Well, listen, well, guess what? I've been at my gym all day. And there it is. Okay. They are not getting a divorce. So it was reported on TMZ and a lot of credible blogs. And like I said, I've been in my gym all day, right? So guess what? That's debunked. We can move on. It is what it is. We can move on then. If she not getting a divorce, hey, we can move on. But what we do know is she getting piped. Let me say that one time. She getting the BBCs. Pause. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that right there. Okay? She getting piped down. All right, let's get back to this review that I was doing last night then. So, I want to know, can a man bring a woman peace? I'm going to drop the link, see who's going to pull up. Can a man bring a woman peace? And if you can bring a woman peace, ladies, I need to tell you, Rose, me. Rose, the answer is me. I like it. What to do? I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling you the truth. He think a nigga playing games. Say, man. Hey, you think a nigga playing games, man? Say, man. Let me drop the link, man. See who pulling up. So the topic is today is, can a man bring a woman peace? Y'all give me 1 second. Won't take number. Let me turn this air down. So I dropped the link. Who pulling up? Can a man bring a woman peace? You said promise that background look like art at the museum. Yeah, man. I might put like a picture behind me and put some more stuff behind me. See that wall and this wall looks like that. See my other wall? That's how my other wall look. I did the same thing like in my sunroom. Like my sunroom is like crazy. I dropped the link, man. Who gonna pull up, man? I'm waiting on y'all to pull up. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let me find this other video then. So until I'm waiting on y'all, let me find this other video. Y'all, we gonna listen to this other story, y'all. This other story is crazy work. Crazy. You know what? I gotta review this one video. So listen. Before we review that video, we're gonna review a video. Now, Willie, there was a conversation between Willie and Sharon that I have not seen, right? I hadn't even seen it yet. So I'm gonna watch it real quick. I'm gonna watch it for the first time with y'all. Okay. I'm gonna watch Willie Beeman and Sharon have a conversation. I hadn't even watched it yet, but it's gonna be my first time watching. So we're gonna watch it. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. And I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't put no color in the chat by the hour mark, I'm gonna end the stream. That's all I'm letting y'all know. If y'all have not put no color in this chat by the hour mark, I am ending the stream in 24 minutes. Come on, y'all. Support the stream. Well, let's watch this real quick, y'all. OG Sigma, what cracker lacking, my boy?
Oh,
women, and he hasn't been tonight. So you're not leading a black woman in a marriage.
so just because I was in a marriage with a black woman doesn't mean that I'm a
It
leader
does.
of black women. I'm a leader to my
So
woman.
this is why it does matter.
Whatever race that woman is, I'll be a leader to her. I'm not attempting to be a leader of black women.
The problem is not that men are immature; it's that women hate it when we use the car analogy, but it's the most appropriate one. We do not want a car that looks a 2026 model because it's fine, she's thick, she's done these things. However, that 2026 has 50,000 miles on it already. And that's what it's like dating some of these attractive older women for these men. And then two, if I ask you this, then this is a logic question. You got to pick one and don't try to pontificate or do any of that, swaying, riding the fence shit. There's two women. They have the exact same credentials, professional, they're exact same. One is 40. I'm talking about same titty size, same ass size, same all of this. They both want kids, and they want all the same things. And they have all the same characteristics that you look for in a wife. One is 40 and one is 30. Which one are you picking?
I'm 45, so I would choose the 40-year-old.
Why?
Because we have more relatable things in common.
We'll
be listening to the same music. We be into the same clothing. We be into the same ideology. We be into the same history. A lot of our things that is just natural to us when we just in the house and I'm listening to an old school song. Me and her gonna start dancing to that song. I ain't gonna be dancing to no goddamn Sexy Red with no damn 30-year-old in my house cleaning on Sunday. It ain't happening for me, bro. Cool. So me and that 40-year-old with the same exact attributes is for me mentally. I'd rather be with that woman.
Right.
So I could communicate with her at a higher level.
I wholeheartedly expect you to pick the 40. I wholeheartedly expect you to pick the 40-year-old. But now let me ask you this: y'all want to have children? You want to actually go see the world? You want to actually have someone that that you can impress yourself upon? Correct? Why would you pick the 40-year-old woman when having a child at 40 is a geriatric pregnancy? It's dangerous, and then more importantly, you're 45. So wouldn't you want to consider the fact that the average life expectancy is 72? If you're having a child at 45, you probably want to have a younger woman there because then that child is more likely to have a parent while they're older, because you're likely to die when that baby is 22. And this is why I ask you this. As soon as I asked you the first question, we knew what you were about to say. The second time I asked you, I softened the stance on a little bit just to give you a little more leeway. And right now, this is the thing. The difference between you and the other men who are 45 with money, you're not looking to lead. You're looking to get along with. You're looking to cohabitate with. You're looking to survive with. The majority of men are in the women's position that women want. They are leaders. They are looking to provide. They are looking to coach. They are looking to actually impress themselves upon their women. And mind you, there is nothing wrong with that. But you, sir, are the minority in that upper echelon of men. And I'm giving you I'm assuming you make $250 a year. You're 6'6", all the things the women like. I'm giving you that. But in that group that you're in of desirable men, you are the oddity. The rest of us, we don't want these women collected these kilometers of dick, been on 45 trips, been flown out by 30 different niggas. We do not want those women because we want women that we can do those things with, that we can share those experiences with. And you are just looking to get along and having stuff in common, and that's where we defer.
I think you adding the ran through part is kind of ridiculous to me.
Well, I mean,
Like
women sleep at one
that
point.
ran through part was not a part of the conversation. Now you adding that in to
I
make
added
me
because they're
seem
40.
and push a certain narrative about me and saying that I'm the feminine one. But in reality, what it shows is that my train of thought leads you somewhere. It shows because I'm a leader. I have an actual train of thought and logic. I'm not just willy-nilly and just going through anything what other men say. I don't give a damn about what some other men say. My headline should let you know I don't give a damn about what no other man say about the woman I'm going to choose. So that's insane for somebody that has been leading his relationship, been married for 15 years, know my wife for almost 2 decades, been with that one woman and led my wife into not being in the workforce. You saying that I'm not a leader. That is a wild statement to actually hear, because in reality, it is absolutely wrong.
Sharon, you're not a leader of black women. You're not married to a black woman, that was my point. We're talking about black women tonight. So you're not leading a black woman in a marriage.
So just because even if I was in a marriage with a black woman, doesn't mean that I'm a leader of black women. I'm a leader to my.
Summer, real quick, I had to pause the video to ask that question. So Willie said that Sharon is not a leader of black women because he's not married to a black woman. What is your thoughts?
I don't think it matters what color a woman is. If you're a leader, you're a leader, regardless of their color. Is he essentially saying that marriage is different just because of the color of our skins? A white woman could have my same personality. A black woman, myself, could have the same personality as an Asian woman. I think it's personality traits that go into marriage, is not the skin tone.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask it one more time.
Yeah.
Willie specifically told Sharon that he is not a leader of black women. So I'm asking you again, is he a leader of black women? What are your thoughts? Like a spokesperson for black women, and Willie's point of contention is, how could you be a leader or a point of reference for black women to say, hey, there is a black man that is married, loving his wife, and being an example for the black community, and he's not married to a black woman?
My understanding is he has a daughter. So he is a leader to a black woman, essentially, that's going to be a black woman. He has a black daughter, right?
Yes.
So yeah, if they have children, he's going to be leading his black children. So I believe he's the leader of a black woman if he has a daughter.
Okay, I was just asking the question, going off what Will said. Okay.
Oh, okay.
If Willie was to come up here, I'm pretty sure that he would have a different viewpoint, and if he comes tonight, I will make sure that we ask that question again. But I'm just reviewing them for the first time.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just asking. I'm gonna drop the link if anybody wants to join and give their opinion on this. Let me get back to the video.
No, this is why it does matter.
Whatever race that woman is, I'll be a leader to her. I'm not attempting to be a leader of black women.
But
my conversation tonight has not even been talking towards black women.
That's my point.
My conversation today was talking about.
That's my point.
Conversation tonight.
Okay,
that's my
so
point.
real
it's
quick,
all speculation and conjecture.
So real quick, Summer. So Willie just made a statement. He's saying that how can you be a leader of black women, and basically that you don't represent that because it is. I understand you moved the goalpost to the daughter. That's what you did, whether you want to admit it or not. You literally moved the goalpost. But I can understand your context, so I'm not going to give you no pushback on that, because the young lady is black because her father is black, even though her mother is whatever ethnicity she is, correct? So just listen to what Willie is saying right now. I need you to listen. Pay attention to what he's saying.
You're coming from you. Because again, you're talking to the wrong group of people. if you were like a professor in college and
You say you're not
women's
leading a
studies
black
class,
woman. I'm talking about the one
those
that is
younger
married to,
women,
not his daughter.
message received spot on. But you are literally telling people, and we're talking about black women, what black men need to do to lead black women. For you to not be leading one, it means that everything you say is just speculation and conjecture. There is no prescription that you can give. There is no recommendation you can give, because again, when you said that you change your mindset to get a better outcome, your better outcome was a non-black woman. So when we said earlier that black men would do better if they weren't so fiercely loyal to black women and primarily dated them, you are the example.
No, so again, you building a narrative that's just not true. I'm from a place where race is not held at a high prestige like in some of these southern places. So where I'm at, I didn't choose my woman because she was a different hue.
Oh, I won't make that. I'm not making that assumption.
Yeah, but that's an assumption that you attempted to make, because I still have black women in my family. I still have black sisters.
But you're not dating.
I still have. So my daughter's still going to be considered black, even though most people in this new version of society, they say no, she's mixed. Fine, cool. We could go with that narrative as well, even though we know it's bullshit. So again, I do have a stake into what black men are moving as in their mindset. And so the problem is that men like you, y'all want to paint narratives to make it seem like something is going on. But in reality, I was talking to men this whole time. I didn't mention women and saying what women should or should not do. What I'm saying is that men should understand what women are communicating, process that truthful information, and start holding a standard for themselves, because the women are holding some kind of standard. Clearly. And so, what you displayed, that men's standard is get in a car, go to the gym, and want some vagina. And that's the only thing a woman can offer is vagina, and that's not true. Women offer more. The least thing you are going to do with whoever you marry is have sex with her. You're going to do everything else 10 times more than that.
Agreed.
So this idea that you basing women on their vagina is just ridiculous, and you're not paying attention to what I'm saying. You're just trying to paint a false narrative for some reason, but it ain't working with me, my brother.
No, there's not a false narrative.
Shame on you. Hold on. Shame on you. Let's get going there real quick. Shame on you, Willie.
Shame on me for what?
For painting that narrative.
I didn't. What lie did I tell? Is not being funny, but what did I say that was wrong? He's not married to a black woman. He's not leading black women, and he hasn't been for 20 years. Which one of those things is not true?
We're gonna come back and visit that. Go ahead, Bo.
I just wanted to make sure. If I'm wrong, I'll pay for being wrong. No problem.
I'm always uncomfortable when people speak about middle-aged women the way they do. It's like we get punished for like not dying. Like how do you judge me for like being alive past 30? Like I'm supposed to like be washed up because I didn't die? And like to make fun of women, like the loser in the comment talking about some 40-year-olds equals hot flashes and mood swings and whatever else. Excuse my language. So bitch ass nigga, because here's the thing. It's just a part of life. Like y'all go through the things y'all go through when y'all get old too. Like and so we have this unhealthy outlook on aging. There are a lot of women who are over 40, who are well adjusted, who are still teachable, who are still leadable. Like we actually, because like being here taught me a lot about, conducting myself in a relationship. A lot of things that I was learning from women who I didn't clock like are constantly single. And so talking to me in here has helped me understand a lot better. It's a lot I still do not agree with, but it's a lot that I truly understand now, a lot better, which equals literally that I am still teachable. And there are women my age who are still teachable. who can be impressed upon because we know we don't know everything. You need to meet a woman who is, one, happy in her life as she is. Not that she still doesn't want better, not that she still doesn't have goals, but someone who is content with what she has and goal setting, goal driven. You also need a woman who knows that she doesn't know everything, because that is a valuable woman as well. And those do come in 40-year-olds. It's not that we don't have no pushback. I'm a grown ass woman. Of course, I have my own opinions about things, but also I'm willing to listen and understand your side as well. There are those 40-something-year-old women that exist. And so I'm not saying that Willie's saying this, but like a lot of men punish us for literally not dying. My bad for not dying at 30. I'm so sorry I chose to get old.
So what's your assessment what we just seen, what we just looked at? There's another video as well, but I just want to hear what your assessment of that was. You know, and I'm gonna say this. It's funny how the women try to be condescending and gaslight when they talk about the age. As it's like if a woman got on social media and talk bad about men over 40, y'all got ED pause, y'all this, y'all that. I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to get upset. If it don't apply, guess what I do, Summer?
You let it fly.
Exactly. So that whole condescending, sarcastic message she just sent just lets me know how hurt she is. Or a hit dog on what? Holler. And so some things that were said actually touched her, and she tried to make it seem like it didn't, but it really did. That's why she responded the way she did. Period. If you know that's not you, you shouldn't feel no type of way. You shouldn't even address it. There's just certain things that I'm just not going to address.
But technically it is her because she's the older woman that they're talking about that then hit the wall and they can't do the same thing that the 30-year-old can do.
She shouldn't say nothing then. Because it's just like, if you tell me, hey, you can't do what a 20-year-old can do. You can't do what a 30-year-old can do. I said, well, put a 20 and a 30-year-old next to me and let's see what happens.
But that's essentially what she was saying, but you just said it shorter and sweeter and to the point.
I disagree, but okay. But what's your assessment of the rest of that video? Or the video in its entirety? Then I'm gonna let JT go. What up, JT?
What up, though?
Hello, JT.
Hey, sweetie.
I agree with both of them. I agree with what Sharon was saying. I agree partially with what Willie was saying. I don't think if you're a leader, you're a leader. I don't care what race of people that you're leading is what my take on it is. I wouldn't care if it was a black, white, Asian, Hispanic. If you're a good leader, you're a good leader.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it should be contingent upon the race of the person that it is. Now, what Willie was saying was technically right as far as his wife is concerned. He's not a leader of a black woman because his wife isn't black, from what I understand, right? So just the technicality of it, Willie is right. But what Sharon was saying was he wouldn't care what color she was. He wasn't going after her because he felt that she would be easier to lead or because she wasn't black and all this other stuff. It just so happened he fell in love with her and he's the leader of his home and he's been able to maintain a marriage for 20 years. So he's doing something right. So unless we're saying that other races are easier to lead other than black women, and that's a whole different discussion, I guess.
Okay. All right. So JT, basically, Willie addressed Sharon and saying that you can't be a leader of black women because you're not married to a black woman. What is your assessment of that? And did you see the entire video? When I have another video to play after this, but this is my first time actually seeing this. Willie wanted me to watch it. I've been seeing it. I just hadn't had time to watch it since I had time to review something. I decided to review that. So go ahead, brother.
All right, so it actually is something that we need to ponder upon when it comes down to men being involved with women that are not black, if they are leaders or if they can speak black and all that crazy ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
That technically, no, you can't be a black leader. It's a trick question. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I say that. The conversation that Willie was having with Sharon was a conversation of men picking women.
Okay.
He was talking to the wrong person because that man has been married for 15 plus years. So picking a woman and all that other shit, Sharon was not the right person to have that conversation with because he's been out the game for a long time. What Willie was speaking on is basically the dating game. Sharon been out of it for 15 years. If you hear the conversation, he was arguing something totally different than what Willie was talking. Willie was explaining that first and foremost, the men that are looking for these women, he had two different types of men. Men that was on the average level and men that were higher financially.
Okay. So you're talking about the whole scope of the conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, because I didn't see that part, but go ahead.
So Sharon was the wrong person to even be in that fight right there. One of the reasons is because he doesn't have a black woman. The other is he's not in dating. He ain't been in dating forever. You know what I'm saying? That's a long ass time. 15 plus years. Now, what I agree with Willie on is this. When a man is out here looking for a mate and he picks a mate that is not black, right? That means that he's not this whole pro-black type of a man, or he's not a man that's looking to be at this point of being 100% in the black community as we see it, as we or as we speak of it being, right? When he says that you're not a leader of black women if you don't have a black woman, I can agree with that on the surface, but then this is what I asked them. Most black men, are they leaders of black women in 2026 that have black women? If you have a black woman, what does it do in 2026 for the black community? What difference does it make whether you're with a black woman or you're with a woman that's not black in 2026? What difference does it build a better black community? Or are we on the same laurels that we was on since the early 1900s? That's where we have to have that conversation.
Tonight, JT, you preaching. Come on, Hap. Does it even matter if it's not doing anything with the leadership? I get it. Does it matter?
So that's the question right there. Alan.
Peace, Mer, how long you been watching?
Actually, bro, I just got in. So you're going to have to keep me in. I can sit back and kind of listen. I think I know where y'all going, but I don't want to assume.
Well, Sharon doesn't have a black wife, and Willie told him that he's not the leader of black women. I guess because he has a pretty big or pretty nice women following, and so people have stereotyped him with not holding black women accountable, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So that's where the whole spokesperson context come from. Excuse me.
Gotcha.
So, can you be a leader of black women and not be married to a black woman?
No, you definitely can't, because you dealing with hyenas. So, especially after 15 years, you only know the nature of that individual. And then you're going to put that in comparison to something that has become uncommon to you at that point. So me, as a patriarch in my family, having daughters, only dealt with black women my whole entire life, haven't even thought about messing with anything other, and being under the, I guess you say, following my grandmother, my aunts, my grandmothers, my great aunts, I get a greater understanding of the black woman's plight when it comes down to what they need. That's why I believe God gave me all girls, right? Because a lot of men can't lead women of that nature. And I think I've done a okay job. And the only reason why I say I think, because I have to ask those questions and pose to them. And my only I guess you say fallacy or issue that I have is I'm still having that issue of becoming that perfect husband. And I didn't have that in my home as a continuous example. So it took me a while to get to understand how to be that piece to my woman, right? Because if you didn't do it my way, it was the highway. And you can go that way. And I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to worry about too much of anything other than the course that I'm set. But now, I think now that I'm a lot more mature, I done mellowed out a lot more, and I done got a lot of things accomplished that I set out to accomplish. I can be more of a piece to my woman, so I can nurture a lot of the things she desired to do because I done did all the things I wanted to do. So now it's easier for me to say, baby, let's what is it you want to do? I want to do this. Okay, how do I help you in that? Tell me, how do I help you in what you desire to do? And my lady is very hands-on in a lot of things that she do. So it's being that support factor. It's being that pushing her, knowing how to push her, because sometimes I almost push the ass off the ledge, right? And I had to understand it. One of the brothers knew I was going to this point from the Bible standpoint, right? I had to learn how to love her from God's point of view. And what people don't understand sometimes, that requires that hard love, right? Go ahead, smack yourself across the head. I'll sit back and wait. And maybe I'll be here, maybe I won't, to help you up. Maybe I'll go and get the Band-Aid to help heal it up, or maybe I'll sit there and watch you. But I had to learn how to say, baby, before you hit your head, think of this and consider it. I had to understand when they say, be mindful how you talk to me, because now their emotion has taken over where I was coming from a sincere heart. But then it was that time I ain't give a damn. Woman, you speak as a fool. God giveth and God taketh away, but blessed be the name of the Lord. Now you deal with God on that, I'm gone. You know, so to go back to your point, if that man,
I'm gonna start cutting you off.
That's okay, because I wanted to expound on a few things before I got to this point. Now, because y'all been talking for an hour.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, when I ask a question, if you could just answer.
You want me to say yes or no, and then a brief
elaboration? No. I do that. That's not what I said, Peach Murray. I didn't say yes or no. I'm just saying, you know. But go ahead, brother.
Oh, yeah, because I got to come from like 3 viewpoints. I apologize, Trey. That's just how I teach sometimes. So
I got
you. Yeah, thank you, brother, for being patient with me, and y'all as well on the panel in the chat. So, he can't really lead a black woman because he don't understand their plight no more. So I agree with JT.
I get what you were saying.
No. JT viewpoint was different from yours.
And some instances, yeah, I agree with what he said too.
So JT said he agreed he could.
And he could, but
no, I said initially. I said no. Initially, I said
exactly.
In a nutshell, I said no.
But, you know,
yeah. Initially, I said no. I raised the question after I gave you the answer. Does it matter in 2026 if he does or if he doesn't? Yeah. I raised the question.
Yeah, Because he say after 15 years of not being in a date. So I thought I heard what I heard, but go ahead.
Okay, well, my bad. Hey, listen,
it's okay. Players fuck up.
I'm a little tired too, so you know what I mean.
My question for
I've been in the gym. I've been in the gym, so I'm a little tired. So
bro, we all on the same page, bro. So hey, we all stand corrected. It's all good, bro. I'm listening, Lady Summer.
My question for you
is, hold on, real quick, Summer. See, Nita in the comments said JT said he was the wrong person. Y'all got me confused right now. I don't know. Maybe I know what Harvin gonna say. Go ahead,
I was just going to ask P. Smurf. Everything that you just elaborated on is what you deleted, right? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull a Mississippi Burning like at the end with Matthew McConaughey. Now, just imagine if she was white.
Yep.
Would you be able to apply everything that you just said to a non-black wife? Because everything that you just described that you do can be applied across the board, especially if it's on a biblical standard. The Bible isn't based on race, like that. The standards that you have, the blueprint and stuff like that, it's not based on just for black folks. It's universal. It's universal.
No, actually, to beg to differ, the Bible was a standard that can be applied, but it refers from our viewpoint first, right? So remember, God is going to adopt all the other sons after he get us straightened out, but he got to get us straightened out first. So can I apply that? I'm going to have to say, I have to think about that because I've never dealt with a white woman. So I don't know what their plight is going to truly be. Can I lead them? Maybe. I don't know. Because once again, I've never dealt with a white woman. So I can't give you an answer to something that I've never dealt with before. You see what I'm saying?
Got it. If that's your law's principle and stuff like that, then I have to concede to what y'all believe. But okay.
Oh, so yeah, I see what you were saying. Trey, the person has said that JT said he was the wrong person. No, I was saying that Sharon was the wrong person to have that conversation.
Yeah.
So they're right with what I said. He was the wrong person to have that conversation with.
Oh, you say he the wrong person because he's not married to a black woman, correct?
Well, it was two things. He's not married to a black woman, and he's been out of the dating game. If you hear the conversation,
you did say he's been out at the. Yeah, but
if you hear the conversation that he was having with Willie was literally talking about the dating scene.
Gotcha.
People that's dating and picking the person and being a leader. Of course, to Summer's point, he has at least one black daughter, so he is a leader to her. How good of a leader, that I have no idea, but he is a leader. He has brothers. He has nieces and nephews that are black also. Specifically, so the thing is that's why I said that we have to have a more in-depth conversation about it, because it does raise the question that, okay, say that, he does not even say he does not have a black woman. Does that just disqualify him? And if it does, then on what context does it disqualify him? In 2026, where we're at right now, what difference does it make if a man has a black woman or he has a white or Japanese or whatever? Does it matter now? Because guess what we are having right now? A deficit of having leadership with our women, period. Does it make our plight better?
Okay. All right, Harwin, it's on you.
To JT's question, yeah, it does make our plight better. I mean, we can't argue that abortion is a bad thing, then turn around and say, what good does it do for us to have basically a black man and a black woman together, having family and kids? I know that wasn't your position, JT. I know you just trying to have a conversation, right?
Yeah, but this is the thing. If you say that it does matter and things can get better for us, how? The answer is, I mean, the question is, how does it make it better whether we're with a black woman or a white woman in 2026? How do we better our community there?
We need leaders in the community, right?
Yeah.
How do we create leaders without procreating?
Okay, there's many people and a lot of people that have been procreated through interracial marriages. And guess what a lot of these folks are? Leaders. Black leaders.
Good point. For example, like Bob Marley.
Well, yeah, but that's over when you're talking about Bob Marley. A lot of people now look at that. That's why I always say 2026. Ain't a lot of people now. A lot of young folks that actually know exactly Bob Marley's story.
Oh yeah, I was just using him as an example to actually lean towards your point.
I mean, but you also have a lot of what we call black leaders. You also have a whole bunch of what we call black leaders that have been married to white women and white men, and they're black leaders, and nobody has taken them out of the game.
For sure, but I think you got a stronger point when you talking about the ones that was born from interracial.
Yeah.
That's a stronger point. I'd rather deal with that because now I have to counter that with something that's valid, right?
Yeah.
Right. JT, you believe in the Bible?
I believe what the Bible is telling me right now because I'm learning from the Bible. So let
me ask you a better question. You think it's relevant to 2026?
Yes.
Okay. You think the Messiah black?
I don't know anything about if the Messiah is black or anything like that. That's why I say I'm still a student, bro. I'm not even a novice in it.
No, I'm just giving you your opinion. Just your opinion. We just having a conversation. Do you think he will be
the Messiah?
Yes, sir.
I think so because of the things I see in us as black folks, the great things that I see as us and black folks, and a lot of people are not. They're actually following the things that we say. We are the teachers of the world, no doubt about it. So yeah, I agree.
So even though I didn't really debunk your point, because I would still agree that if you have a black woman and a white man, or a black man and a white woman, that child they give birth to would still be black, right? So I didn't really debunk you, but you see where I'm going with, right? How it's important.
No, it's important. All of it. I think all of what we're going to be talking about tonight is important. Yes. I definitely agree. Yes.
Okay. Hey, Summer. Did you read Matthew 15:24?
Probably have. I studied Matthew. What does it say specifically?
Oh, my bad. I thought you seen it in the back chat when I messaged it to you.
Oh, shit.
Hey, Trey.
Well,
isn't it interesting? Typically,
so while you reading it,
I can't go off and on because
maybe you can't hear me, Trey. He can't hear me.
No, we can't hear you because you're trying to talk over Harwood. But go ahead.
He was talking first, man.
Oh, go ahead. I thought he stopped. I thought he asked about the followers and stopped.
I was giving Summer a chance to reply, but I understand what you're saying, either man. But
go ahead,
I basically was saying in Matthew 15:24, Jesus told a Canaanite woman, "I was not sent unto you, but unto the lost sheep of Israel." So I brought that up because of something P. Smurf said when she said, "Does it matter that the Bible don't teach that?" It do, actually. It tells the Israelites not to mix with certain tribes multiple times. You see what I'm saying, P. Smurf?
No, I know where you're going. I knew where you was going when you started. Keep going.
I'm gonna leave it there. Go ahead, man.
You know the interesting thing about usually somebody who tell me as somebody I know ain't got no black wife.
Hold on, real quick. So, man, Willie had asked me to look at the video about the conversation on with Peef when they were talking about that he's not the leader of black women. So,
but the black women say he was over there on this show.
No, hold on. You got let me talk first, right? So that's the conversation we're having. So your response is that black women told him that is?
Yeah, that was his show earlier. So I think a lot of people missed his show earlier. And the black women was over there saying, "You are our leader. Go represent us on that show tonight."
In what
They
context?
anointed him as the leader.
Of black
That's
women.
that, huh?
Of
Yes.
black women.
That's what I
So
said. The
you
whole
just hold on, but listen, you're just talking about the women on his platform, correct?
yeah, but that was kind of where it came from. He was asking, was he the leader? It was more to the conversation than that. And then there's a group of black women says, you know what? We're gonna anoint you to go speak for us as our leader.
I
And
was
that's
going to
how he
mention that. Yeah, to put it in context.
so this wasn't he wasn't self-appointed. It's some black women told him that.
Okay. All right. Harlan, I'm gonna let you have the conversation. Go ahead.
So no, but okay.
What conversation is that? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Okay, so let me get your so do you believe that it is possible for Sharon to be the leader, even if a group of women told him to represent them and he's not married to a black woman? Because that was Willie's argument.
What's Willie's argument?
That he cannot be the leader of black women because he's not married to a black woman.
I agree with Willie, but I still think that he can contribute great things, though. So somebody might consider that a contradiction and say, "Hey, well, isn't that being a leader in a way?"
I
I
agree.
guess so, but not to the level of the leadership that we need. You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
don't
So
think
I agree with Willie's point.
well, I don't
We
think
can have a
one man
conversation.
I don't think one man can lead all black women, right? I think he can lead the black women in his life. If we said based on what Harlan was saying earlier, he said that his daughter is black. He said his kids are black. So if he's leading his group of women, if he's leading his tribe, because that's the thing is he can't be over all the tribes. But if he's the leader, because remember we say the problem. I heard people say plenty of times the problem with women is they don't have the leadership. And whatever they appoint him from leader, and they start going into a positive direction that men are asking for, is it okay or do it matter who he's actually married to?
But either man, I thought we would talk about on a grand scale, not just his immediate family. So you make a good point. His children will be black regardless, right? So yeah, and he's leading his family for sure.
Well, it's no
But I
man that
think the context is that can he lead black women in general?
no man can. No man can lead the total black women. That's why we have to subdivide it down into
You
I
bite
said
bet
no
size.
man
I
can lead black
disagree.
women. So you
I
saying that's never
disagree.
happened ever? You saying that's
So
impossible?
who so let's
I
point
disagree.
back in history where you seen that in America, black men was leading all of the black women.
Well, I don't think we can speak in absolutes. You can say all of the black women, but I can for surely say that the black man was the head of the household in general, and that I can name multiple historical black men in American history that led the our plight, which one will include
But
the
they didn't
black
lead
women as a
women.
group. So I don't
They
think that we should. I don't
they
think
didn't
that we
lead.
can say
Go ahead.
anything is absolute. You feel me?
Well, no, but they didn't lead. They didn't lead the women. They lead the movement, and women just had to be happened to be a part of it.
That's the same thing, though. We
That's
are
the
one.
same
You can't.
thing. Yeah.
An attack on a black woman is an attack on a black man, and an attack on a black man is an attack on a black woman. So
I
whether if
get
a
that,
black
but
man, if a black man or black woman is leading the troop, so to speak, metaphorically, as in us black men and women, then by proxy, he's leading black women.
so that's what I'm saying.
Like,
So
there's no way to separate that. That's like it's almost impossible to separate that in an absolute form.
proxy, the SBG movement, he's leading black women. There's a whole bunch of black women over there in that movement.
When you say who, you talk about Sharon.
Sharon, he's leading the SBG movement.
You make a
Okay,
good point.
so either man, let me ask you a question. What is the mission of that movement?
That was about to be my next question, Eda, man. Good job, Trey. You gonna put.
Well, I can say it.
You know, I teach you all the time, but I'm just trying to let you cook a little bit. But you know, I'm your daddy, bro.
No, so
go ahead, Eda, man.
So I can tell you the mission, but people will say that it's not it, right? So the first thing, it was a solution base, to find solutions, right? And then he moved to telling, rim bros, that's red pill, incel, manosphere dudes, basically the things that they're doing wrong and messing up the community. So he really truthfully announced the reason this is funny to me, Trey. He really don't talk to women. The most his whole flight is men. His whole flight is that men. Hello, go ahead, B.
No, because here go the thing. I hear where you're coming from, Eda, man, and that's the reason why they're willing to follow him, because as long as any man speak towards black men, they're willing to follow him, right? But at the end of the day, is if he's not talking to them, how is he leading them? Because once again, they're too busy worrying about the driver of the car, and every time the driver is asking them for direction, they can't even do their damn part.
Well, so this is his theory, right? I've been rocking him. He said he believed that women's supposed to correct women and men supposed to correct men. So that's his theory. So his theory is other women need to check other women because they understand how women move.
All
Now,
right,
whether
so
those
man,
women,
real quick, let me interject if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
When do you really see women hold women accountable?
I mean, off this internet, I see it all the time.
On a mass scale, Eda, man, give me an example. I'm just help me out.
Example is the women's ministry at my church. When I'm doing security,
we can't see that. We can't see that, bro. Go ahead and say something else.
No, but that's the point. I can tell you because
man. Again, we need a general sense that's more broad than that. That's too small.
Hold on, but that's what I'm telling you. Holding women accountable is not going to be a mass scale thing. Holding men accountable is not a mass scale thing.
All right, that's
an individual thing.
Man, that's a lie. Hey, hold on, real quick. Let me tell you why. Hold on, give me a second. I'm gonna cook on it. All right, TLG with the $2. Still Spurs in 6 on my mama for sure.
I agree.
A bit of smarts. Harwin, can Jesus save a white man? Answer that real quick, Harwin, before you eat a man go.
Jesus can save any man or woman regardless of the race. But the point is this: the 144,000 is 12,000 from each of the 12 tribes, which is 144,000. So when I brought up Matthew 15:24, and he told that Canaanite woman, I was only sent unto the lost sheep of Israel. And then she told him, but even a dog eats some of his master's scraps. I'm summarizing this. And she said, he told her, you know what, you make a good point. He helped her and said, go sin no more, and walked off.
All right, so real quick, Eda, man, and I don't know how deep in the streets you were, right? But I'm going to see if you're going to concede to this point. And, was it a thing at one point in time, like the early 90s and like the late 80s, that women and children were off limits?
Yeah.
So was that men holding men accountable across the board?
No.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'm just telling you my opinion, brother.
If you in Chicago, Atlanta, hold on, California, Chicago, Atlanta, that I don't care what hood you was in. Late 80s, early 90s, when we was in the game, it was across the board that women and children were off limits. That was an actual thing.
It was definitely an actual thing, but I'll give you one better. What about
hold on, real quick. And when you violated, people demonstrated. I don't care what hood you in.
Okay, can I tell you about what I saw in the 90s?
Hold on, real quick. Was that an actual thing?
I said yes already.
Okay.
I acknowledge the point you said, but if that's the case, when we see women being chastised in the 90s in churches for being pregnant, couldn't sit on the front row, if we're going to go back to the 90s, sending them up north when they got pregnant. Hold on,
that's you're moving the goalposts, E.
I'm not, but that's holding women accountable. If you talking about that, if we want to go back to the 90s.
Hold on,
women
so
was held accountable in the 90s?
So you saying that was across the board?
When was
it was across the board for sure.
What was across the board?
It was not across the board.
Hold on. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Either man, make your point again, and then it's on you. Peace, Merc. Go ahead, Either man. I'm not gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
What I saw in the South, like I said, I don't know what was going on around the rest of the world, but what I saw in the South, a woman couldn't walk into a church in the 90s pregnant. She couldn't sit on that front row. Matter of fact, she might been got sent up to Chicago with them people up there to her family in Chicago. So I'm telling you, if we go back to 90s, men and women was being held accountable in the 90s. Now, and we still know that it was still women that got hurt and they dealt with it.
Yeah.
So that's the point that I'm saying is the 90s was a higher level of accountability than 2026.
All right, go ahead, Peace Mark. And then after that, JT, I know JT want to say something.
The mass accountability was the Million Man March. I land.
All right, JT, it's on you.
Okay, so the reason why we are in 2026 and we see that there's damn near no accountability is because of the fucking 90s, the 80s. It gradually got to 2026. This shit didn't just happen. So when you're talking about that in the 90s, when you talking about the things that's happening right now, this is basically a byproduct of the things that we were doing and we was letting slide back in the 90s. So when you're looking at what's happening right now, this is not like a whole different thing where it just happened. If you go into history and you bring it all the way to 2026, you will understand that we let a lot of shit slide. And I'm not saying we, like I was an adult in the 90s. However, the adults that were there that were not, and I'm talking about the ones that were letting shit slide. This is during the time where you had a lot of parents that was renting goddamn hotels for their kids. This is when the hookup culture started. This is when you had motherfuckers was sitting back and bringing out the hypersexuality. In the 90s, hypersexuality was a thing. And it went from there all the way to where we're at now. Look where we're at.
No, JT.
Generations after generations.
Hold on, before you go. So real quick. So my point was, Man said, because I don't want to get too far from what was said. Man said that you can't hold people accountable across the board. Is that not a fact?
He's saying that you cannot hold people.
No, he said you cannot hold women accountable across the board. Man, did you not say that?
He said no man can.
Yeah, I was talking about men.
And that's fine. But did you say that, Man?
Sure. Like if the point that I was making is you went to literally a certain part of the hood. Like, I get it. And then I went to the church, which was a certain part. That wasn't across the board.
The Nation of Islam was the Black Panther Party was across the board.
Hold on, but you conceded to my point that how men handle certain things in the game across the board was a fact.
I said that it happened, but that wasn't a level of accountability.
How is it not a level of accountability when it was something that was understood just when you operate in this particular field
in the community? Period.
Exactly.
He's talking about the streets.
Yes,
he's talking about the streets.
So, like in the early 90s, if you know about Wayne Perry, right? One of his many bodies was literally ooting a woman in the face, right? No, this whole
Sir, Wall Street. You moving the goalposts. It's not what we talking about. We not talking about. And bro, if you gonna come up with that bull crap, I'm gonna take you down again, bro. For some reason, I don't know why you can't stay on topic. We're not talking about a specific situation. We not saying didn't nobody violate the law.
In general,
but across the board, niggas knew that's something you just didn't do.
And it was men that was the ones that was holding the line on that. Of course. So that's what Trey is saying. At the end of the day, you hold people accountable And men are the ones that hold even other men. We run all this shit, whether we want to or not. The lack of us not running this shit, the lack of us being silent is why we are at the place that we are at right now. There's no motherfucking way that you can sit back and say, as a man, that I'm not a fucking leader. Yes, you are. Now, there's different levels of being a leader, but when you're talking about, especially when you sat back and you talked about the fucking church, you're talking about a church. There's many of churches that they don't even see eye to eye with each other. Look where we at right now.
The streets don't see eye to eye. That's what I'm saying. Y'all make
because we have a lack of this is the thing. We have a lack of accountability. One of the things,
JT, I'm trying to help you understand. If we was talking, you can't hold people accountable online. I know y'all try to, right?
No. Hold on. Let's not
giving examples offline. Go ahead,
hold on, let's get an understanding though. We got to get an understanding. You can see to my point. I just want to get an understanding so we can make sure we're going in the right direction. We don't want to be all over the place.
Go to hell, Trip.
Man, you said in the early 90s. Man, you said in the early 90s. Are you saying that the church in general was holding young ladies accountable?
I believe so.
Okay, in what context? Just can you run it by me one more time?
I think that they had a standard like women getting sit down, that you couldn't participate in certain things if you was pregnant. We saw a lot of that. Like, you're not gonna be in the choir pregnant. You're not gonna be on the usher pregnant. You're not sitting on the front row pregnant. Like, that's was I've been in the church. I'm telling you, that's what
I went to church 7 days a week. So
that's what I'm saying. I did see, and then even the older women, they held the women accountable to how they dress. You can just come in there dressed any kind of way in the church. Matter of fact, the biggest criticism of the church is that we no longer have that standard that we had in the 90s.
All right, now watch this. Let me ask you, man. Was it the pastor certain the standard, or what? It was the women holding the women accountable?
It was women.
It was the women.
It was the women.
Pastor.
Hold on, I'm just
the women was
pastors.
It was definitely the pastor. It was definitely the pastor, y'all.
It was
Come on,
not
y'all.
That's why you had the women's board, the mother's board, the deaconess board, the deaconess ministry.
It was allowed.
They were the ones who had to talk to us because they believed in
the
women.
Board, hold on. The board was set up by the pastor.
The pastor, exactly.
But it was the women who held. We understand there's a hierarchy, right? But it was the women who held the other women accountable for their attire.
What Trey was saying that in the greater scheme of things, it still was the pastor. It still was the man that was doing it. He was allowing all these things. He was setting these things in place. And he needed people to work for that. There's no way that you can get around that.
We not arguing who set the standard. We saying who was the actual person holding them accountable. Who was walking up to them young ladies? Hey, baby, you got to put this over your lap because you can't.
Because of what? Because you're going to look bad to the pastor.
No, it wasn't to look bad
to the pastor. Listen, y'all keep trying to. It still comes to the pastor.
It was to the pastor.
It wasn't due to the pastor.
Yes, it was.
He's the head of all of that shit.
If y'all was holding them accountable,
sorry that I cussed it when I said
they wouldn't even came to the church like that.
Yeah, talk about the word, JT.
Why was they so?
You be cussing to each other. Don't do that
in the first place.
Yeah.
No, hold on. We're not saying that the pastor didn't have any influence over the women. That's not what I'm saying. But when I didn't see the pastor walking up to women, hey, cover up your legs. And because you showing too much leg with a cover. Hold on. Okay, go ahead, brother.
The pastor checked the women for not doing it.
But that's the point. He still held the women accountable to hold other women accountable. But if you look at the majority of the women that was being held accountable, it was them ladies in white
Trey,
with them hats on, was walking around that church.
And the ushers for sure.
What made them bold enough? Because I'm assuming they was somebody's daughter or mother. What made them bold enough to even walk in the church like that in the first place?
I think ignorance.
Okay, that's what you think. Keep thinking.
No, that's definitely someone that's giving them the okay that let that shit slide. And it's years and years of letting that slide. That even goes to the point of what you were saying. Yes, in the 90s, they were holding them more accountable than now because church right now is not what it was in the 90s. So I can agree with you on that point right there. But when we're looking at what we're talking about right now is going to Trey's question. And the answer is that it all revolves around what the pastors say. No matter what you guys say, of course you got people making it work. But he was the one that was the head and the spearhead of all of that.
No, I believe men set the standard. Hold on. No. I believe men set standards and the women hold them accountable.
Okay.
Setting the standard and holding accountable is two different things. I can say, hey, this is the standard that my kid's gonna go to sleep at such and such, and my wife can say, well, I'm gonna hold them accountable
He's
to the
gonna
standard.
hold them accountable. I get that. I understand that. Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. When we say accountable, we're not saying that a man ain't setting the standards. And if we go back to our original conversation, when I'm talking about the actual accountability, other women got to hold those women accountable. Now we could try to convince them, but I'm telling you, it hit difference if Summer was to say something to these women versus if Trey did. It's gonna hit different from the whole.
Let's update the conversation, y'all. Let's update the conversation.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen this new song Meg Thee Stallion got coming out?
No.
It is crazy. I don't listen to Meg Thee Stallion.
In a good way, bad way, what?
Definitely bad.
If you say Meg Thee
Did you hear his voice? Did you hear the inflex in his voice? It wasn't good.
Tell us in a good way, bad way.
I don't really listen to her that much.
Listen, let me tell y'all something. When this new song shooting that what's the dude name that did Clay Thompson come out? I guarantee ain't none of y'all women gonna hold her accountable. Ain't no women in the spotlight gonna hold her accountable. And that song gonna make millions of dollars, and it's gonna make more 304s. I promise you. And it's gonna be more women being more degenerate because of the goddamn message that she putting out. You can disagree with me all you want. Just look at the nature.
I definitely don't.
I can say for a fact that I'm not going to hold her accountable because I don't listen to Meg Thee Stallion. So
wait, I wouldn't even come on and watch how women
been doing that though. That's what all the female rappers been doing, unfortunately.
Every last
one. I'm just saying, yeah.
Sound like the song is
But
about.
the point that Trey is saying is there's not going to be some mass movement in general of black women holding the black women accountable for even promoting that.
Yeah, and I think it's sad that the women that do hold women accountable, it's not a lot of light shed on those women. Most of the light shed is on the degeneracy of it all, unfortunately.
But Mo, it goes to the point of how you guys just said it. I don't listen to her, so I don't. It's like you recuse yourself with the ignorance of not understanding what's going on. So the thing is that just like
yeah, we can understand what's going on without listening to Meg Thee Stallion.
Hold on. Hold on. Trey said, did you guys hear? This is the thing. He said, did you guys hear with Meg Thee Stallion, this song is about to come out? He also had a disclaimer that says, I don't listen to her either, but his ears is to the streets. And it's for a reason, right? When we talk to women, the problem that we have with y'all is neglect, benign neglect. That's what we have a problem with y'all. Because someone is doing something, y'all would sit back and say, well, I didn't hear it because I don't listen to them. The thing should be where let me hear what he's saying. The thing is this. Let me see what Trey is talking about so I can go. You guys got to be more vocal when it comes down to women representing you, right? The problem we have is that y'all not. The problem we have is that you can talk so much more about things that don't have too much to do with you, men, right? That don't have anything to do with you. But when there's women that represent y'all, the first thing that y'all do is act like y'all don't hear it, don't see it or nothing. Therefore, you ain't got nothing to say about it.
But that's not true because we don't have to listen to Meg Thee Stallion. I'm sorry, Mola.
Yeah, because I can't speak for all women. Since you specifically are talking to Summer and I.
Eat a man, you got to
Eat a man. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I understand. I agree with you, JT. Again, unfortunately, the women that do speak up, because I'm one of them, and I'm only mentioning myself because you're speaking specifically, I guess, to me in Summer. I make sure that the information that I put out is uplifting women and it's the complete opposite of the degeneracy that we see out here. Like, because I do agree that a lot of just negative, like promoting being whores and using men for money. You get what I'm saying? A lot of that stuff is foolishness and it's taken over. So I try to make sure that when I am on social media on my channel, I do promote positivity. I do speak up against the women that think it's cool to use men or be a whore, not stand for anything, just focus on the exterior. You get what I'm saying? So that's offensive to me, I guess, because I go out of my way to make sure I present myself the complete opposite and I actually do the work in real time. So when the opportunity presents itself, I try to make sure that I am somewhat of an example. Am I perfect? No. But yeah, I don't agree with anything and I don't turn a blind eye to what's going on in the rap community when it comes to women. I done heard some of her stuff.
But Mo, when you talking about one person, we talking about a mass scale.
Right, but JT was talking about us.
No. I didn't just single y'all out. I said women. I was just making an example. No, I was making an example from what you guys were saying. You guys say the most common thing that the masses say.
That you speak, but respectfully, your voice ain't big enough. We need people.
But this is.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is my thing. I understand I may not never touch the masses, but as long as I do what I'm called to do,
and
like
that's
the
cool.
word says, you plant,
we ain't got no issue with that.
Another man water it. It's God that gives the increase. I'm not worrying about saving the entire world. None of us can.
But that's not what we're talking about, though. That's not the point.
Okay, but I heard JT when Summer said, I don't listen to Meg the Stallion. And then he said that's part of the problem when women when women are not really in the know. So that's why I made the comment that I made.
No,
because
but
he said that after what Summer said.
Well, it's cool that you explained it, but this is the thing. You can't have an offense when I'm just making it as a mass thing. I'm saying the things that you guys were saying is a common thing that what most women will say when they're not.
Well, most women in our age demographic is what I would say, JT. Most women in our age demographic ain't sitting around listening to Meg the Stallion.
And she doesn't
right?
speak.
That's a lie. You lying to me? You
Like,
lying to me?
a lot of this stuff is in social media.
You are lying to me.
You know, it's not.
I can bring up. Let me tell you something. I can bring up TikTok after TikTok, and there's middle-aged women that are listening to Meg and all the rest of that nasty ass shit. Not only is it them, let me show you something. If you go on there now, because for some odd reason they got these goddamn 13 and 14-year-olds and 12-year-olds that's out here dancing and stuff, and they're putting it on IG, and you can see them on, because before we couldn't see these kids. Now we seeing them. Now they're dancing and doing all kind of stuff. And guess what they dancing to? All that gut bucket ass music.
Yep.
That they're listening. And it's going to a point. That's what I'm saying. When you guys talk, I'm telling you, it's a problem when you separate yourselves when we're telling you. Go ahead, bro.
Tell them, we don't have no more grandmothers.
No, that's over with.
They don't want to be none.
They didn't even listen. They cursed
They got
themselves.
Instagram pages getting naked.
They cursed themselves by telling their grandchildren not to call them grandma. Yep. Call me Gigi. Call me. You guys cursed yourself, and you cursed the next generation when you did that. Grandma was good enough, and you guys want to sit back because you sit back and man, damn, it sound fucked up, but. I hate you brought that up, Trey, because I have a problem with that. Well, women they will glorify being young instead of being graceful when they're getting older.
That's it.
You're cursing yourselves and you're cursing
women got
the next
generation.
generation.
Trip just said these old women are supposed to be grandmas got OnlyFans pages.
Yes.
And it's a large number. It's not a small amount. It's not a small number.
Listen,
very.
And I didn't want this to sound like a bashing woman thing. That's
not what we're doing. We're just speaking facts.
It's on my heart. Yeah.
We speaking facts. Hey, you see what 50 Cent said? And you know some are going to take up for the broad. 50 Cent said, hey, my baby mama, she put out this goddamn message. I'm healing and all this, but her OnlyFans up 85%. And
I'm
she's
trying to tell
39
you.
years old with OnlyFans.
Come on.
And his son got to go to middle school and listen to kids making fun of his mom.
Ain't nobody said nothing about that though.
It ain't been no mass. There's no mass outrage from women about this.
About what?
Oh my God, she shouldn't do it. Her OnlyFans still gonna be there.
Shit.
But that's not the point.
Y'all don't understand the power. Listen,
see, Summer, you deflected from the point. That's crazy.
But
no, all I can do is train up my child and other children that are around me and lead by example and let them know what it is, right? That grown woman having an OnlyFans is damn near 50 years old. There's nothing that anybody is going to say to change her from having it. Now, that is a mute point. My point is the way that we can be effective in our communities is one household at a time, right?
But
and
we
then
also got to hold each other accountable in the group, in the mass, like black men have done to black men. There has been droves of black men holding these young black kids accountable for trap music. But
they still putting out the trap music. Is what I'm saying. They still
put the point. You're deflecting.
No, hold on. We have two women on this panel, right? First and foremost, Summer is right in her perspective. That's an and, not an or, right?
Right.
What you just said, Summer, it's an and, not an or, right? But what we're saying also is that, like with you, Mo, it's an and, not an or. Mm-hmm. But it's too many of y'all women that's benign neglect. When it's something that can better, it does. Y'all power, y'all don't even use y'all power towards one another. Y'all don't even use y'all power towards one another because y'all see that there's a deficit with young women. Y'all see the deficit that's there.
But it's a deficit with young men. We're not going to no hood telling them dudes. Like, that's what I'm saying.
No, that's bullshit.
Man, you lying, bro.
Definitely.
That's bullshit, Eda Man.
Man, you lying, bro.
You tripping, Eda Man.
You tripping, man. You just lying, y'all think, hold on. Y'all think young men are going to...
We know. We've named
in Atlanta.
I give you his number, Zeke.
Hold on. Hey, real quick, right now. Watch this. There is literally a movement, and anybody that want to challenge me, put your money up right now. Anybody want to take challenge before we do it? We can put some money up.
No.
Put your money up.
My cash app work very good.
Eda Man.
We can go on YouTube right now and pull up thousands and thousands of videos of guns down, gloves up.
Hold on. Guess who's in conjunction? Guess who's in conjunction with them, Trey?
Talk to me.
New Era. New Era Detroit, New Era Philly, New Era Baltimore, New Era Chicago, New Era. Guns down. But those are just two. It's a gang of them that's out here. It's a gang of them.
Eda Man just be talking.
No, I'm trying to help you. No,
Eda Man, bro, you saying there ain't no movement. You saying ain't nobody in the hoods, and that's just not true.
All y'all saying the same point. Can I respond?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
I can go on YouTube and find thousands of videos of women holding other women accountable.
That's not a movement.
That's not a movement.
What's the movement?
Oh Lord, now it's a movement.
That's been a point from the whole time. We said
the point was accountability, not movement.
Yeah,
the point was women holding other women accountable in mass.
So we said in mass.
Men holding it. And so it's accountability, not a movement.
But someone to do it in mass has to be a movement.
Hold on, so y'all think this mass movement is stopping kids from shooting other kids?
See, you out there.
We didn't say it stopped it. What we're saying is that it exists. Men holding men accountable. The point, Eda Man, is we're saying there's not a mass in general movement of black women holding black women accountable for the dysfunction. That's the point. How are we missing the point?
So, okay, so you said that based on what you're saying, right? I just want to make sure I'm hearing it right. For them to hold them accountable, it needs to be a movement. I think that's what I'm hearing you guys argue, correct?
Everything needs to be a movement at this point right now, bro. We're talking about not just holding someone accountable, because the thing is that why are we holding them accountable? Because we have children that's being raised in that same fucking environment.
No, no.
So
What
what
I'm
we
saying
need to
is
do
this.
is make our. So what's happening is this. This is what I do realize, Trey. Men are very necessary, even when it comes down to doing women movements. We
Yeah,
are over. We got
absolutely.
dominion over all of this shit right
Absolutely.
here.
JT, ask Summer real
Hold on,
quick.
hold
What
on.
black
Because
No,
when
women
hold
we
on.
do?
I'm trying to
when we're
understand
asking them to have
because
the accountability and things, we get a bunch of fucking pushback.
no,
Fuck it, then
JT,
we'll just
JT.
take
I'm
over
But
the
trying
what
to.
shit.
about the
Hold
women
on, hold
who
on.
do
I'm trying.
criticize hypersexual messages in music entertainment?
No,
What
what?
about those
What?
women?
Hold
Yeah,
on,
we,
hold
we,
on, hold
we
on. Before we
acknowledge
go
those
there,
women, Mo.
hold
We
on. Before
acknowledge
we
those
go
women.
there,
We talk
we
about
gotta
what's
understand that.
happening in general,
ac-
though.
Hold on, no accountability from how women hold women accountable and how men hold men accountable are not the same. We can't say since we do this, they should do this like us and
Yes,
say
we
I
that.
can, because they
agree.
hold us
No, it's
accountable
No.
not
that
because
way.
they
I
don't think
Either
like
man,
we do.
no. Hold
there
on,
are
hold on, hold on,
movements
Harwin.
of
All
black
right,
women.
hold on,
My
y'all.
bad.
Hold on.
I
One
will
second,
agree with
everybody.
him, but I'm telling you, men have to run all that shit because we
Okay,
sitting here
cool.
asking women to do it. That shit ain't working. That's what's not working.
All right,
So
real
when
quick,
we
y'all.
start holding everybody, go ahead, bro.
No, my
ain't
bad,
trying
bro.
to
My
fuck with the
bad.
money.
All right, King Jairus, I hope I'm saying that right. The village concept we had began to disappear during the late 80s and the 90s. And
Fact.
then a bit of smarts said, will you please read my last comment? Do you agree, panel? I'm not sure what your last comment was. Let me try
Let
to
me
go
look
find
and
it. Go
see.
ahead, JC.
No, what I'm saying is that hasn't worked. This what they call it
We can't remember. It didn't even design for us to remember. Don't
equal
don't even say
legality
it's
when you
not
got
designed
women
for
in.
you.
Man, this
It's
is
not.
my whole thing. I'm not complaining about women not doing shit. I'm not. I just take over. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? The ones that don't want to come where we going, we have to ignore them motherfuckers then.
Thank you.
Point them out and say, stay away from them. We have to move their ass over until where all the motherfuckers that's hard headed, that don't want to listen, we got to move them over into another motherfucking space with us. They cannot share the same space with us. We see it when we have these panels. This is the reason why we get rid of the motherfuckers that come out here and fuck our conversations up. We got to start moving these idiots out the fucking way. And the motherfuckers that's out here doing the shit that they're doing, when you talking about, like, look at how many of these damn these little girls is out here. I'm talking about little girls that's out here doing grown women shit, right? My thing is this. No, we just take it over. Men just take it the fuck over. And you're not gonna like how we do it. If women are asking men to be men, we'll do it. You just
So
ain't gonna like
JT,
it. You may
so
not
we
like it.
so we should tell men not to be hypersexual and having sex with a whole bunch of women.
We
Yeah,
already
yeah,
doing that. We
Hold on, no,
already,
I'm
this is the
asking
yeah,
the
thing.
yeah.
question.
No. This is
Y'all
what we're
just want to
doing.
argue. I really just want to talk.
No, eat a man.
No,
I
you
just
really want
said
to
that.
argue.
I'm not
I
even
just
trying to
said it.
argue with you guys.
I
Talk
honestly
right
don't
over
think
you.
he's
I
wanting
just
to
said
argue.
it.
He's trying to ask a question and have a conversation, but he's not able to complete his thoughts.
Who isn't? Eat a man?
Either man hasn't been able to
Every
complete a
time Eat a
I
sentence.
Man
just
asks a
answered it
question
when
and he's
what
done
he
talking,
asked. I
Eat a
just
Man
answered it.
asking the next question.
I just answered it.
So you saying that men have been telling men not to have sex, right?
No. See, you see how he do this shit?
I'm trying to
I know.
understand.
No, you ain't trying
No,
to
you
Bro,
understand.
don't.
I'm
You try
really
to
You
like
want to
point
have
that
yeah.
an
shit.
argument.
Either
Or
man, I know
I'm
how you
not.
get
I'm just
down.
literally trying to
Eat a Man.
understand what you're
So
telling men.
okay, so let me say it again, so you don't ask a dumbass question like that. You
It's
know
not
goddamn
dumb
well
if
we
a
ain't tell a
person's
man
trying.
not to
Why
have
do we
sex.
gotta insult people and can't just have a back and
Okay,
forth?
let me correct myself, Denny. This is the thing. As men, when we're talking to one another, our correction is we're way more hypocritical with one another. We've done it on this panel right here. I've done it. When I tell motherfuckers, how the fuck y'all gonna sit back and talk about fucking these hoes and calling them bitches and hoes, and then next thing you gonna do is go out here and try to talk to them and tell them to change their correction. And it's not just me saying it, it's other men, but we're correcting the men. A lot of these dudes are younger men and they don't see it. This is how they grew up. Hypersexual. It's an
JT,
uphill fight that we're in, Eater
All
man.
right.
hold on. So
That was a
JT,
great. Go ahead, Edom. I'm sorry.
so this is what I'm saying is JT. I'm not saying every now and then a man is gonna say this. You know what I heard growing up? Go sow your warrior oats. Go knock down as many as you possibly can from the old men. They wasn't telling me not to have sex. So that's the point is, yes, JT, I think you have always held men accountable. But if we try to lie and say that the most of men was holding people accountable like it was a movement not to have sex, it's just being disingenuous. And that's all I'm saying.
No, I agree with that.
Man, JT, can I respond to this nonsense? Either man, let me ask you a question, and I'm finna prove to you with this question that is nonsense, because somebody asked it in the chat, and usually I don't acknowledge comments. It's not a super chat, but it was a great statement. Is it not a fact that black women have more children than black men?
Sure. Yes. What does that mean?
That kills your entire argument.
It does not.
Either man, you said, are men telling black men not to have sex with these women, correct?
Yes.
But black women have more kids than black men.
Okay.
So who's having more of the sex?
No, okay, so look, I just want y'all to choose. I want y'all to choose.
Who should we be putting the standard on? Men or women?
Men. We should put the standard on men. So let me hold on.
Oh
Let me
my
help you
God.
understand. Hold on. I really want to follow his train of thought that he said. I have heard on this panel that men don't have access to sex. That's not telling them not to have sex if they can't have access to it.
You still
that's no accountability if you can't even get it. How you gonna hold me accountable for something I can't get, Trey? That's what was said here.
No. I ain't never said that.
Oh my God.
You ain't never heard men agreeing upon that either.
The fact that, because see those talking points with those men, what they're going to say is, and they're actually going to kill you with this goddamn point is, guess what? I'm going to ask you one more time. Do black men have less children than black women, either man?
I say yes. I'm going to say it again.
So,
yes.
When those men say, and that's not my talking point, but I'm going to use the talking point of the men that said, what they're going to tell you is that those women are having, what's the talking point, JT, about the women are having sex with a few men?
So it's like 90% of the women are having sex with like 10% of the men.
Oh, the men, exactly.
So, okay.
And we don't agree. I don't even agree with that shit.
Hello. If 50, because I done heard this stat, 50% of men don't have access to sex at all, right? I done heard people throw that out there, right? If
let's not do that. Let's talk about the facts that we're proving right now. Let's not talk about.
Well, hold on. Let me tell you why it can't be measured the way that you say it is, right? Because a man could be having sex and don't have to. Okay, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I just want you to address his point directly, bro. That's it.
I'm trying to address it. Like he's trying to say, since I don't have no kids, that means I'm not having sex. I'm telling you, because what you said, Trey, is since they don't have kids, who got more kids? This was your point. Whoever got more kids mean they having more sex. And I'm telling you, from a young age up until I had my first baby, it was a lot of sex with no kids. So I'm just telling you that metric is off if we measure in sex, not kids.
You missed that whole point.
Sex.
You missed that whole point, bro. You missed that whole point. There's no fucking way.
His point, brother. That wasn't his point. Brother.
There's no fucking. This is the thing. Women quadruple men and babies. I showed a video, a microcosm of that. I got 7 babies, 6 baby daddies, 7 babies, 7 baby daddies. I got these things, right? The thing is this. Men are talking to other men. The thing is that when you hear, now, sorry that you didn't get that message, Eater Man, but I did. Hey, you better be careful when you out here messing around with these girls. You better be careful when you out here. Hey, we heard strap it up, put a hat on it. What's the other one? The love glove. Motherfuckers always was telling us about that, but it was always the onus on us. The world always had the onus on men until we start bringing out numbers.
Well,
Where,
JT, let me ask this question.
I have a
I'm just
question.
want
Can
to see
I
if
ask
you
a
being
question
honest,
after?
JT. Hello,
Can I
JT.
jump in? Okay.
Go ahead, Summer.
so
I just
let me
want to say
I
finish
this.
was
this point.
gonna.
I'm gonna end
I
it.
have a whole
Go
bunch of
ahead,
homework. How many
Okay, go
kids
ahead.
you got? None that I know of. Like this idea that their babies are documented.
What the dog? That's again. The onus has always been on the man. It's like a culture shock now when you hear we say, "Hey, wait a minute. These goddamn women is out here indiscriminately having sex, and the end result is what? They get pregnant." The craziest part to me is this: there's a whole bunch of risks that women take, all the way to death. And they still won't listen to anyone tell them, close your legs. The thing is this: if you gotta out here and you gotta risk dying, having all kind of ailments and all kind of crazy, your body changes and all that, wouldn't you think a woman would say, in order for me, if I'm gonna be doing this for a motherfucker, I'm gonna at least love it and respect this motherfucker. And it's gonna take a lot for him to get me to love and respect him, especially when I hear that niggas don't do shit but lie. They fuck anything. Like all of these tropes that they hear and all these tropes, and they would say it themselves, but even after saying that, they still fuck around and get pregnant. And then expect the motherfucker to sit back and say, well, you just did the best that you could as a mama. No, these niggas are mad at you now. Because now, go ahead. Let
You
me end it,
pause a little
bro.
bit, JT.
Let me end it.
You
I
pause.
know.
You pause a little bit, JT. I'm sorry. My
I think I
question
made my point.
is it that the men have such this morality that they don't have so many kids, or is it because they just don't have access, like Edelman was saying? If they had access and they was able to get said box whenever they wanted to, do we honestly believe they wouldn't be smashing said box?
It's a
If they
multitude
can't
of things.
if they can't get access,
It's a
and they
multitude of
can't
things.
get access to it. So I'm saying the argument to the men have less kids and all that. If women control the sex, right? I see why they have higher amount of kids because they the ones who's giving it away. But the men, if they can't get the box,
So how
if the
come?
men can't get said box, is it the argument because they have such good morality because we've been holding them because you
Could
guys
the
been holding them
argument is that
accountable, or is it because
Summer,
they just don't have access to it?
y'all.
You get what I'm saying?
Summer, could
argument
that
is
not?
that
One
women
second.
are the arbiters. This is the thing. Women are the arbiters of who lives and who does not live. This is what's really crazy. Y'all cannot quadruple men when it comes down to the amount of children that you have. Now watch this. You know how many children are killed?
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Ooh,
You know how
wait.
many? So imagine if those children had lived, huh? You know how
That was
many
the
more
point I
children
brought up
there would
about
be?
abortion to you. That's
And
exactly
there'd
my
be
point.
a whole bunch of men with kids.
It's a
The
whole
Listen,
bunch of
let's be
babies.
clear. A
it
lot of y'all
sounds
dudes that y'all say ain't got no kids had kids, and we got rid of that.
We did.
and
Hold on.
I can agree with
Hold on.
that
No,
point
no, no,
also,
no.
but I'm not gonna go that far.
JT,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter because women will still outnumber men if they didn't. So what are you talking about?
yeah,
Yeah, the numbers will
Because
still
It
be
don't even
skewed
matter.
towards women.
yeah. It
The
doesn't
woman,
matter.
Summer, could the possible answer could be that yeah, some of them or
I'll
many
be
of
right
them
back,
are
Trey.
morale? Are we over sexualized like on some Jim Crow rhetoric shit? To that point, you think the majority of us is just these over sexualized beasts?
I
Could
don't
it
think
not
the
be that
majority of
we're
men, I don't believe that the majority of men are overly sexualized beasts. No, I do not believe that. All I was
okay?
asking was the argument that was posed because women have more children, that is assumed that they're more sexually promiscuous or whatever. But my question is that the case, or these young men or men in general, they don't have
Mhm.
access to the sex? That doesn't
No,
necessarily mean it's because they have this morality and these standards and stuff. That's
Accountability.
why they don't have it.
it's a
And then all this
combination of things,
accountability.
Summer.
It's just that they don't have access to it.
No, it's not just
If
because they
that's
don't
my
have access.
question.
It's because
No,
some of them are also morale.
Many of
I
them
know
are
some
around.
of them,
Many of
but
them have
I'm
fathers.
saying be
Many
honest.
of them,
If they had access to
I'm
the
being
box,
honest.
would they take
I'm
it?
being honest. So that's why I think you think we kind of beast if you think I'm not being honest.
No,
So my question, my answer to your question is many of them are that morale. Some of them are not. Some of them would fall into what you're saying. Some of them would get the
Most of
box.
them will. Most dudes,
You
if they
don't know
had the
that, E
option.
man. So we know Edom man think most of us are just these over sexualized beasts. Then I
No,
want
I'm
you to
saying
know
that
Edom man,
most
and that's
dudes.
Jim Crow rhetoric. I just want you to know that.
Okay,
But
hold
that's
on.
cool. Hold
not
I
on.
just
Jim
want.
Crow.
That's what that is, because that's what
That's
was taught in Jim
YouTube
Crow.
rhetoric. Take
No,
Jim out
Summer,
of it. That's
but
YouTube
no,
rhetoric.
but
What the
that
men
come
be
from
saying
Jim
on these
Crow.
YouTube streets all the time.
Yes, it does, but
It's
they're
all
taught
about the
from
box, box,
Hold on.
box,
So you
box,
arguing
box.
if
for
most men
sure.
had the option to have sex, they wouldn't have sex?
No, I didn't say that. I said some
But
would. Are you listening, Edom man?
no,
I said some. I don't think you are. I said
Nope.
some would get the box,
most
but
would.
the one I didn't say you can't prove that to save your life.
Hey,
Because
watch.
there
Hey,
are
watch.
many of
Hold on,
them
hold on,
have
hold on.
fathers in their life teaching them the right thing.
Harwin, watch this. Let me ask you.
Most men got fathers in their life now.
I
Oh,
said
we
many.
got to be
What are you
making
talking
this up.
about?
Hey,
We
I
got
said
to
Edom,
be
many
hey,
of
making this
them.
up.
Edom,
We
I
got to be
never made
making
that
this
up.
up,
You're
Edom,
not
man.
listening. I never said most.
Edom,
I
hey,
said
you're not
many of them.
listening, bro.
He
No,
not
I'm
listening.
saying
Now I know
You're
I'm
you
not
have
making the most
no.
listening,
statement.
and you're
No,
Most
changing,
I'm not.
and you're
But you can't
changing his
prove the most.
statement.
But I can prove that many do. You can't prove most.
so
That's
you
just Jim
proving
Crow
that
rhetoric.
many men have fathers in their life?
Sure, many do. What are you talking about? Many black
All
men
right.
specifically.
Okay.
Black men marry more than damn near anybody. What are you talking about?
Black men more married than Asians, more
I
married
said
than
damn
white.
near did more than anybody. I said, sir, you're not listening. I
No,
get it.
because
You
you're just
listening to
making
respond.
statements. That's
I
not
didn't
true.
just make a statement. I never said what you said. I said damn near. Did you hear the damn near part? Real quick.
Nope.
Yes or no?
It's not even close
No.
to
Edie
Asians.
man, did you? I didn't say we were close to Asians. Edie man, did I
What do
say damn?
damn near mean then? If it's
Because
not close.
that mean we're not number one, but we're high up there in the who's married. I
Okay.
didn't say we were number one. So
We're,
again, Edie man, did I say damn near?
we are
Yes
the
or no? It's
lowest.
a quick yes or no. It's
We're
a
No,
not
quick
we're
the
yes
the
or no.
lowest. We're not the
We're not the
lowest.
lowest. You're lying
hold
again. It's a quick
on.
yes or no, Edie man. Did I say damn near? Yes or no?
Sure. But I'm
Okay, no.
asking you, what does it mean?
I'm telling you what it means.
He's
If you
trying
stop
to tell
listening
you,
to
you won't
respond and
listen.
listen to listen,
It's funny
because
that
you keep putting
I
words in
only
my mouth that I didn't say, brother.
go ahead, get your full thought out so I can respond to it.
No, go ahead and respond, because you're gonna respond anyway. God, you got it.
Yep.
Every time
Yep.
I yield the phone to them, they only want to talk when I'm talking. You see that? So
Because you
that's
Because
kept
you
crazy.
keep
I just yield.
interrupting.
I yield
you
the
kept
floor to you. Here you go,
intervening.
brother. I
You
gave
kept
it to you.
intervening. And Summer came to your defense when you was being intervened on. But Summer, you ain't gonna defend me. That's a little joke, but it's cool. Listen, what I said was clear. You tried to say I said things I didn't say. We can just rewind the tape later on, bro.
Yeah, he
What I
did.
said was
Hey,
very
hold on, hold on,
clear.
hold on. You ain't got to defend yourself. You're telling the truth. Shout out to Unlike It with the $2. Harwin, a black brother lover. That's hilarious. Real quick, I'm gonna ask Summer a question. Just like I asked Edom man a question, he conceded to my point. This is another ether. Watch this. Summer.
Mm-hmm.
Who over sexualizes themselves more, men or women?
Mm-hmm. Can I give my answer and explain?
What? This is crazy, man.
Yeah, just
I
you can
want to
answer.
make sure that I can explain, because
Allow her.
people be in the
Do it,
comments
Trey.
saying that I
This
derail
is
and
Allow her
stuff,
to do
but
it.
I
I
never
want to hear
get to
this.
say everything I gotta say, so I could be on
crazy.
context.
You right.
But
I
go ahead.
apologize for cutting you off,
I wanna
Summer.
hear
Go
this,
ahead.
y'all.
Answer it, then explain. I won't cut off.
I think women more outright, like what's in for what the world can see, women. But I think men also, based upon the rhetoric and the speeches that I've been hearing, it's always a D involved, a vagina, P-U-S-S-Y. Y'all always get in the box, knocking the box out. The box is wet. The box is that. The box, the box, the box. So women are overly sexualized in the media, like outwardly, right? And you men, y'all talk about that ish all the time, but it may not be pushed to the masses because, y'all, some of y'all will sell it, but sex sells when it comes to a woman.
Okay, let me ask you this. Some of that was total BS. I wish I used profanity. I literally would have just cursed you out. It's that bad. Now, let me say this. Watch this. Would you see how often, especially in the summertime, who would have more body parts revealing, men or women?
A woman. Well,
I quit. Well,
because I have to be technical because men show they chesticles all the time and they take their shirts off all the time. And so if you only have bottoms on and then a woman has a top in the bottom, I'm just saying y'all showing your chesticles is acceptable.
Hold on.
Only person that got titties is nice.
I gotta read some.
No, but I'm saying it's acceptable. I said it's acceptable.
Summer is the first person to make Trey the Truth Teller quit. Make sure y'all
quit. Okay, I got you.
We're MFB. Shout out to all the podcast panel bros. Steve Tots tonight. I'm just making sure Wolf Coochie Cheese isn't up here. Y'all be easy.
Yeah, but
y'all got it.
One thing I will say is listening to Trey. Shout out to Trey for having a lot of conversation. A lot of men have been over sexualized. It just was a secret. I was surprised.
It looks different. Yeah.
No, I was surprised how many. I was surprised how many men. I'm about to tell you. I was
respectfully. All y'all goofy. Real talk.
Let me finish, bro. I just be wanting to argue.
Bro,
I was surprised.
Eat a man, my nigga. Like, be for real, dog.
You don't think
it ain't even close.
You think he just like cut me off?
Damn, eat a man, bro. You know I don't do that. So don't do me like that.
You only cut me off.
That's some bullshit.
Okay,
Either, man.
I cut everybody off.
I can use the foul language. That's some bullshit, either man.
To be honest, Trey literally just cut off P Smurf in like 30 minutes ago. He just cut P Smurf off.
After P Smurf said 2 words. After P Smurf said 2 words, he cut him off.
Hey, everybody, eat a man uninterrupted, y'all. I fall back, but I still quit. I'm done. Y'all can have this whole panel.
I want to talk.
These niggas is so disingenuous. It's ridiculous. Eat a man.
I'm trying to be honest with my thought process.
Eat a man uninterrupted.
So listen and shout out to Trey for having a conversation. I was surprised on how many men came up here and was saying, hey, I was messing with an older woman. I was over sexualized. Like this, but it was a secret. It's almost like the over sexualization in men. And I'm not saying that men are more than women. That's not my argument. It is like one of those things that is kind of in the man spaces. Even if you are over sexualized, it should be something quiet about. That's the point that I was making, because most people not telling the things on how they was over sexualized. That's
that had nothing to do with what I was talking about.
The answer is women. The answer is women. Let me tell you something, Summer. How many guys do you see on IG showing their feet? How many niggas is out here and they showing their feet and they just got their feet in the motherfucking camera? Now let me ask the same question. How many women
Not
you see?
Acceptable for y'all.
How many women you see out there right now showing their feet?
A lot of women.
I'm trying to understand.
Do you understand why?
Either man, you cutting them off.
Man, you about to understand.
He took a long pause. I apologize.
Don't worry about it. Just mute yourself. Now this is the thing.
Summer question.
Do you understand why that is, Summer?
Because women have pretty feet.
No, because women understand the nature of men. They understand. They understand. Well, they will over sexualize their kids by over sexualizing themselves, and nobody is out here telling them, "Hey, that shit that you doing is wrong" in front of those fucking kids. I'm steady saying it. When you're looking at it, he asked a simple question: who over sexualized themselves? The answer should be just women.
It's not just. I said women, but okay.
Can I ask some more questions?
Hold on, Rockstar. Hold on. Let Mo Love go before you go. She been waiting.
So when he was asking who over sexualizes himself the most, I would say that I don't know because I believe that the expression may look different, and many people notice women's sexualization more because it's often more visible
That's
through
beautiful.
clothing.
That's
Let me
exact
finish.
Mo.
Let me finish.
Amen.
And I
Nigga, bro,
understand
this
y'all
shit.
not going. I understand y'all not going to
You
agree.
see
That's
women
cool.
put on Daisy Duke
Right.
for a reason.
Yes.
Okay, listen.
Like y'all so
Again, many people notice women's sexualization more because it's often more visible through the clothing and the imagery, the way it's marketed on social media. But even when you consider the over sexualization of men, it can be just as prevalent when you consider the way they objectify women, the way they boast about sexual experiences, cheating, all of those things. So I just think it's so much to consider.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, no, no,
Hold on.
no.
that has
So
let me
nothing to do.
speak.
That has
Let me
nothing
let
to
me
do with what we
let
was
me
talking about.
It
yeah,
does.
no, Trey is
Both
right. Hold
genders
hold
on.
on. Let me
represent.
Hold on, Trey's right because I didn't when he said themselves. Women do because over sexualization doesn't look as in
oh
themselves.
my
It's actually
God.
projected when it comes
Semantics,
to okay.
semantics.
Yep, that's what. So
This
he's
is
right. If we said
semantic.
no, he Trey's right if he said who does it to themselves
Man,
because
come on,
hello.
man.
Oh my God, yeah.
I know you
It's
ain't
just y'all
don't say,
can't
"Oh my
control
God!" Now you
yourself.
was just cutting
Either
off
man,
JT.
No, I literally was
you
quiet.
you might as well
He's
JT
keep the
over
asked
host
me to
under
mute. I
talking.
control, bro.
muted. JT, didn't you
And
ask me to
then you
mute and
jump,
I
and
muted? Hold up,
then
that's
Hey,
what
after
I'm
you
saying.
Mo,
muted,
It's
and then
not
after you
insane.
muted,
He
you
said,
jumped in
"Hey,
again and said a
no, I
word.
did not
he
jump in
told
Yes,
Mo
again."
you did.
Love.
And you want to
He
put some money
told
on that?
Mo Love to go before Rockstar. Why is
Yeah,
Either Man talking?
exactly.
I got it. The narrative. Y'all want to
So
It
paint a
doesn't.
narrative.
He asked Mo
I
Love.
see
He
it
didn't
now.
ask Either
yeah,
Man.
he did say
Slow
I can
down,
go
bro.
after
Your
her.
tongue, little
So
bro.
he
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
uh,
brother.
Rockstar.
okay. So I let me cook real quick, man. Okay, so first of all, I watched Summer answer the question, man, and it was so diabolical, man. It was so hard for me to process because she knows she was lying. She knows the answer.
Yep,
She 1000% knows the answer, and I'm not holding it against you.
I
But
am.
let me speak on it. I worked in a corporate setting for 5 years in A-Leaf, Texas. Majority of the people that were on that floor were women. And let me tell you something what I discovered.
Hmm.
I discovered that they are the freakiest, nastiest, most over sexualized motherfuckers I've ever seen in my goddamn life. I've never in a work setting work that was majority men act so over sexualized. Hell, I was sexually harassed. They did things to me that I could that men would have been locked up for. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop the bullshit. Secondly, I work out. It's one place where men, out of all places where men are truly focused on them more than a bitch, and that's the gym. That's the fucking gym. That's the place where we are saying, where we're like, shit, I'm the shit, right? As opposed to when we're everywhere else and it's like, oh shit, we're on the hunt. The fact that there are women that come in there knowing this, but they are so desperate for attention, they will sit here and dress to attempt to get the attention that they turn around and get on social media and fucking complain about it, tell a fake ass story. They are it's not even close. They are the most over sexualized period in general.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
So
literally answered
okay,
the
go
question,
ahead,
either
Summer.
man, if I may, just because he addressed me. I literally said the woman, yes. And I explained why I said the woman. Then I countered it and said, I believe men also do it, but in a different vein, in a different way. So I would really love if people would hear in totality what I said instead of just trying to pinpoint
That,
on what I said about
that's
the
why
man. I literally said the
no, but
woman,
that's why I
yes,
responded to you because you couldn't answer a direct question. Why couldn't you answer the question without bringing up men and attaching them to the fact?
because
That's
I
a
have a
part.
complete
That's a
thought.
part of the problem, Summer.
I'm not a gender
That's
warrior where I'm trying to
Right.
just
It had
I
Right.
nothing
got
to
to
do
tell the
with that.
men and I got
But
to
he
no,
asked you, he
but
asked you a simple question. He
because I
asked you a
have my
simple
full
question that,
thoughts, sir. Maybe
but
some people could just answer
okay,
one thing. My full thought
okay,
was my full
okay.
thought is what I'm
Well,
saying.
we all know what it
I'm up
is, so
here.
I ain't gonna
I'm not.
debate it.
It
But
ain't
we know
what it
what it
is.
is.
Nothing.
Yes, it is, because you're not fooling nobody.
I'm not. What am I
You're
fooling?
hearing
Tell
you,
me.
but you're
Tell
not
me what
proving
I'm fooling,
anything.
Mister. Who is this? Who
But
am I
isn't
fooling,
another part of
sir?
the issue the men who promote it, the same ones
The
complaining are the
hell?
ones who promote
People
that
really
and who
got it twisted
support
up here in
that.
these streets.
So hold
They
on, but see,
support the over
More love, man.
sexualization of
Some men do
women.
promote it, but what we're
But
asking
let's
is
just
who do
keep
it
it
the
real.
most.
That's why a lot
I'm
of
not trying
women
to
do
make
it, not to
somebody be.
excuse the accountability of
Look,
women,
man.
because it is an issue. But we also have to pay attention to the men. A lot of the men that complain about it the most be the main ones pushing it.
yeah,
Okay,
but
let
more
me hold
love.
on. Let me
Hello, but hello,
respond. Let me
Rasta.
respond to
So
this.
hold
Hold
on,
on.
hold on,
Let me counter. Let me counter.
hold
Let me
on.
tell you
You
something.
can count in a
And I'm not
second.
trying to
Hold on.
argue.
Man,
I'm just
you
giving
you
my
you want to
opinion.
respond after everybody, man. Take a break. I
I
just
want to
jumped
respond
on.
right now.
So here's my point. Here's the
What a
problem I
waste.
have with some women, right? When it comes to these discussions, right? I ain't never seen a motherfucker go into a school or a proctor and take a proctor exam, and the motherfucking question has 4 answers, and the motherfucker write their own answer in.
I thought we were all giving
And the
Trey
other
opinions.
problem
asked
that
you
I
a
got with people in
specific
these
question.
spaces is that people don't allow
Asked
people
you
to
a
talk in its
direct
complete
People
and
don't come up here
honesty and do
answering
what
Trey
they
asked
want
anything.
to
you a
do.
direct
That's what I don't
question.
like in the
But you
space,
Trey
want her to
sir.
asked
answer like a man.
Trey
You
You
want
asked
me
asked
you
to
a
her to
answer the
answer
way
like a
you want
Trey
me
man.
to
asked
answer,
you
and
a
I'm
Okay,
going to
we're
direct
always
answering.
answer
It's
question.
the way
okay
that
to
It's
I answer,
only
no
it's
matter
okay
what
to
you
hold
disagree,
on,
but
say.
you
Hold on,
can't
y'all. Hold on,
tell
hold
Trey,
on,
No
hold
matter
on.
what you
Trey.
say, I'm going to
Trey
answer how I'm
question
going to
only had
answer.
one,
exactly,
two
second.
Squidward.
options.
I could get that voice too, though. You know what I'm
Trey
saying?
Everybody,
question only
hold
had 2
on.
answers.
Why
I
are we
am
yelling?
talking. Everybody, please give me
Lord have
a
mercy.
second. I'm about to address Summer.
Lord.
Summer, it's not that
Yes,
I
sir.
want you to.
Lord,
Fix it, Jesus. Okay, go ahead.
Ooh, I love my wife. Thank God I'm married.
Hey, baby, I hate to keep reminding you of the same thing, but when I'm talking to you, you look at me. Do you hear me? You look at me when I'm talking to you. And not only that, you don't say nothing until I give you an opportunity to speak. Do you hear me?
Do you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, sir. Go ahead. I apologize.
Now, Summer, what I was trying to say is, listen, I'm not trying to make you answer a certain way. I just asked you a direct question that needed no elaborating. So if I ask you, do you want some Doritos? I don't need to know why you don't want the Doritos if you say no. You don't want them. It's cool. So I asked you
But
a
this time
direct. Go ahead, Summer.
this time I thought I did right. I literally prefaced
No,
it with,
no,
"Hey,
no. You
can
friend,
I elaborate? Am
friend.
I
You
allowed to
didn't. You didn't.
elaborate on my
You
You
didn't
answer?"
do
did
right.
I
ask.
literally
You didn't do
asked
right.
that because you guys
Hold on.
say that
Hold
all the
on.
Yeah.
time
I'm
to
not.
me.
I'm
I
not
you
asked
saying
you
did,
that.
guys
and
if
we
it was
let you do it. We didn't cut
okay.
you
Listen,
off
I don't
sometimes.
Okay,
care.
you said it was
Summer,
okay,
Summer, I
and
don't
Mr.
care
Sir
that
over
you
here is
asked.
yelling
But
at
at the
me.
end of the day, I got what you're saying. But at the end of the day, I just asked you a simple question.
And I said, "Do you just want a yes or no, or can I elaborate? Because I have
But watch
thoughts." You
this,
guys
Summer.
said you have the floor.
Your reasoning
That's
was
what you see.
respectfully. Your reasoning was dumb as hell.
You could believe that, but you gave me the floor. And I could be as you gave me the floor, but don't get at me when you
Listen,
give me the floor now.
listen. But what I'm saying is, your conflating argument was ridiculous.
Okay, that's your decision. That's your choice. That's your thought. I don't agree with everything y'all say either.
And
But
your
I take it
husband don't
in.
agree with everything you say. He agree with me more than you.
He don't agree with everything I say, no.
Yeah, I know. But every time, hold on. Every time we've had a debate on this panel and you went back and asked your husband, he came back and agreed with me. Is that not a fact?
Yes.
Thank you. So what are we talking about?
So Trey, can I ask you a question
You
Yes,
before
talking
I
sir.
about when
I'm
you
leave?
gave me the floor now, and this
I just,
gentleman is yelling at me as if I didn't have the floor and I couldn't elaborate, sir.
Nah,
But
we
I
now
got a
gave
that
you the
you've
floor,
question,
heard that,
Summer.
Trey.
give me an
Summer, we gave you
apology.
the floor. We didn't cut you off,
Give
did
me an
we? We gave you
apology.
the floor.
Hold on, y'all. Either
No, he
man
just
got the
yelled at me
floor.
and said I
Before
was
I
doing
leave,
stuff.
Either man has the floor.
I just want to understand like Trey mindset, right? Because I after I heard the full question, I do agree with him. But I want my question to you, Trey.
Mhm.
The woman that is twerking in the video, let's say she's over sexualized, right?
Okay.
The 250,000 men watching her twerk,
Hmm.
are they over sexualized too?
What do you mean? Are they over sexualized? Are you saying are they over sexualizing her?
No, like I'm talking about is their mindset over sexualized. If they're looking at twerk videos, the woman walk by and they looking for 20 seconds, like dang, like over sex. I'm trying to see if over sexualization look different for men and women.
I'm gonna say it like this: it's natural.
It's natural to be okay.
Hold on, let me tell you why. It's naturally to be attracted to something. Hold on. It's naturally to like something that you visually see that you're attracted to. I see it when we were younger, when we used to ride in cars, we used to play a game called bingo. Right? Because we seen a car we what?
We
like. When I go to a car lot and I get ready to buy a car, I'm gonna see something that I like. I'm gonna buy the car. Listen, it's so when we see an advertisement on Burger King, McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, whatever place you like, when you see something and they advertise it away, just from a visual standpoint, you see it and you are attracted to it. You so attracted to it that you what? You order it. And if guess what? And when they bring it out, if it's not the way that you advertise it, what y'all gonna do?
Send it back.
And cuss their out.
I don't know about the cussing out.
So what I'm saying is this, in my opinion, and you might disagree with it, man, having a natural attraction to something that you visually see that you like, that's natural. That's not over sexualizing a woman.
No, it is over sexualizing though. So like, hold on, let me. It's one thing to look for a second, but to start fantasizing about it, thinking about what like the point that I was making is we see over sexualization in both genders. One is internal and one is external. Men are looking for and women are putting the things on. But it's a yin and yang.
Man, they beat us at internalizing it too. What are you talking about?
Well, I said they internalize it. I said we external. We're external. We're looking for the over sexualization.
They beat us externally and internally, even though you got it backwards.
The external
they
is
got us
twerking.
beat, bro. They twerk at breakfast places, for God's sake.
Facts.
And there's always 2 million people that like the video and saw the video. That's what I'm saying.
And how many of those people that like the video were women, Edie, man?
So let's say half of them was men. Let's have
so we got women twerking and half of them liking the video.
Over-sexualized.
So we got the women twerking at church or at I don't know, McDonald's, and then half of the people liking the video was men and half is liking is women. So we got women doing the external and the internal.
No,
what are you talking about, Edie, man?
Hold on. The whole point of me giving you half is
this is crazy work, bro.
It's crazy.
No, okay. All right, go ahead, bro.
Hey, you know they say,
right, Trey.
they say
I appreciate. I see what, man.
You know
appreciate
they
you, Trey. This is a dope show. No, because y'all ain't trying to have a conversation.
No.
I did. I heard
no, you not. You just kept talking.
What you mean? I've been quiet for a minute. I heard what you said.
Denial is one hell of a motherfucking drug.
Somebody got a Rick James video real quick.
Denial is one hell of a drug, bro. It's a hell of a drug.
We're saying it's internal and
why are you
fighting with the men with the women?
Let me ask Rockstar a question before I go. Rockstar,
why are you fighting the truth, bro?
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
Don't go, Edie, man.
Hold on. No, I'm about to go because eventually it just get repetitive. But Rockstar, my question that I'm asking you, if majority of men had access to sex, do you think they have sex, Rockstar?
You say what?
If majority of men had access to sex, do you think they would have sex?
It doesn't change the fact that women
no,
are
answer
more
my question. Now you're doing exactly what Summer did.
Answer,
I asked you a direct question. That's what I'm saying. No, you didn't. You said it does not matter.
Oh, so wait a minute. So how am I guilty because I won't allow you to red berry me? Let me tell you something, homie. I know how to talk.
Oh, so how is Sumner guilty if she don't let Trey red berry her?
I won't bite your trap question.
Y'all guys are hypocrites. No, you won't bite your question because you a man.
No, I'm intelligent enough to know not to run into a brick wall when you asking a red herring question that has nothing to do with the facts.
Are you choosing to answer questions when you want to?
No, it's not.
Hey, Trey,
your question is
did not answer every last one of your questions, Trey.
But listen, you ever been on a debate team, the man? See, I know how to debate. And let me
No,
tell you,
see, but
first of
now you
all, no, hold
justify
on.
why
See, I'm finna
Sumner
cook
did
your
what she
ass now.
did.
See,
You
I'm finna
literally
cook your ass
justify
now.
why she
No, I
did
didn't.
it.
No, I
Listen,
didn't.
I
Listen.
answered
But
every
that wasn't.
question Trey
But
said,
her
regardless.
response was a response. It wasn't the question. Okay. So let
She
me tell
should
you
have just
something.
not answered the question
No.
like
See, I'm
you.
finna give you some debate game, meter
I
man, because
got
you
you.
fucking with a pro. Let me
don't. You don't have to teach
let
me
me
how to debate. I just proved
see.
that you was a
See,
hypocrite in real
now
time, brother.
you just showed to me that you see you're doing what women do, bro. When you
No,
ain't
you
winning the
did what women do
argument,
because you wouldn't answer
you're over
questions.
talking. You're over
You literally
talking.
did what women do and try to project that I'm doing what women do. But go ahead, brother. Give you the flow.
I'm finna give you some debate game. Let me tell you when it comes to debate game. See, when a person I have a 2-question maximum when a person's debating me. You wanna know why? Because if a person has to ask more than 2 questions, they're doing it because they really don't have
You didn't answer my first question.
See what I'm saying? Look how you cut me off like a woman. You see what I'm saying? This, you know what? I'm gonna let you out of flow, my brother, because I don't do that type of shit. If we're gonna have a real mature, logical male to male debate, let's do that. But you're cutting me off like what a woman would do, respectfully.
Well, you're not answering questions like a
Hey,
woman.
Either
Go ahead,
man,
JT.
what is your point? What is your point? You asked the question. What was the
Well,
question
he didn't
again?
answer the code because I
Okay,
want to
ask
see.
the question. Ask the question.
Well, he said he not because he think it's a
No,
red herring.
ask the
You know,
question.
JT. Here's the thing.
JT.
See, JT. Here's the thing. Here's where I come, where I can annoy some people. See, I know how to debate. I'm gonna
You're
say it
not
again.
annoying me.
See, this motherfucker cuts everybody off.
For sure. Okay, so this is my
I
thing.
can't even get a point out.
For sure, real quick, and then
we have to move the conversation. So either man had a question. I want us to get to a point where we can answer it, and then we can go and we can move on to something else.
And JT, that's why I want to respond. Here's the thing, bro. When people have to ask more than 2 questions to prove their point, that's because they have avoided debate. I know how to debate. I don't give niggas bullets to shoot me with. I know how to debate. So he's asking voided questions. They're loaded questions. And the question has nothing to do with Trey's initial question. It was a straightforward answer. But when people start wanting to put extra answers on it, right in the answer on the test, when the question already has the specific answers to choose from, that's a problem.
I feel you on that, but this
yeah,
is
it's
the
called
thing.
multiple choice.
Yeah, this is the thing. That his question may bring up other questions if we just answered it, right? It's going to bring up other questions that other people on the panel can probably ask, probably him to
Well,
comment.
you know
what I'm
well,
saying?
and that's true. Here's the thing, bro. I done filed court case. I don't like prosecutor debaters because we know what their aim is. Okay, it's a game. That's all I'm saying, JT.
Yep, that's fact.
Well, let me just make my point because I was definitely talking about the subject. Maybe Rockstar just got here and he didn't understand what the subject was.
No, I
But
was watching the whole time, either man.
Yeah.
And I watched you cut everybody out 50 times before I got on.
I let you go, bro. You still hold on to that? I just want to prove you weren't gonna answer no question like Sumner, and then
Now,
you gonna try to hold her accountable for not answering questions.
proved what I just said he was doing. But go
I
ahead.
didn't cut you off. You literally
No,
yield the floor
with the
to me.
questions. You just told on yourself. You said, I want to ask you a question to prove you wrong.
There you go.
Just say that. What you doing?
Yep.
So
My God.
the whole
He got you there.
point.
That was a checkmate right there, homie.
No, it wasn't. So the whole point is the reason women quote unquote having sex more than men. This is the point that me and Harwin was talking about earlier. Is because of access. It's not this moral ground that he was saying earlier that men got these morals and they just turning coochie down left and right. Huh?
But some it is.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a small group.
It
It's
doesn't
the
matter,
majority of
but
men.
some
And I
it
said
is.
They
you can't
going.
prove that,
You
either man.
just
Here
That's
you
made it an
go.
you just
absolute.
talking.
Okay.
You made it
I
an
forgot
absolute.
only I can't cut people off. Go ahead, y'all got it.
Well,
Appreciate you, Trey.
hey, I
This
get
is
a right
cool.
to do one. You
No, you
think
can do
you
about
don't cut
4-5.
me
I
off
really,
every time.
I ain't got no problem with you cutting me off, but then don't have a problem when I cut you off.
Well, hey,
That's
at
all I'm
the end of the
saying.
day,
Let's
man,
be fair with it.
you have
At the end of the
control
day,
of
the
the
day gonna
floor.
win.
So there's no fair when talking to Edom Man, and Edom Man is
I
on the
like
floor.
that. Yeah, I'm superior talker.
No, you're never superior.
What?
You're actually inferior
I get
because when
all
you
y'all
can't
out y'all frame.
control your talking points and allow other people to expound and give other people the market, therefore you are inferior.
I literally let you talk because I know I can out talk you, P. I let you
No,
get all your
you really
sentences
can't.
out.
It's just
Like
at the
P,
end of the day,
you got to
I
start
like
talking
to
about
have a
counseling
conversation.
then to try to
I
talk about
don't
something
like to
else.
go really back and forth. I like to truly have a conversation, and I want to hear your point.
I want to hear you too, man. See, look at that. We moving, holding men accountable in real time, Summer. He held me accountable, and I gave him accountability
Either
back.
man, your point was bullshit.
JT just don't like me. JT don't like me. And since he
You
ever
already
since
know we have great
Nah,
conversation
bro,
with
your
each other,
point was
man.
ever
bullshit, bro.
And
since
you my brother, but I'm
y'all
gonna
just
call
don't
you on
agree.
your
Let
bullshit.
me
No,
ask
it
this
doesn't
question.
matter
I
that we
learned
don't agree. Some things is
it is
factual,
that y'all
man.
don't agree.
Some
I
things is
learned
factual.
that a lot of people make these statements like that's a retarded question when they don't agree.
Let's
A
go
lot
with
of
it
people,
then.
Nah, but that ain't what I
hold on.
You
did.
ain't gotta explain it, but this is
Oh,
the
don't
thing, Edie,
explain it.
man. You ain't gotta explain it. We can go
You
back
right.
and forth right
Let
now.
me let y'all get back to
All
y'all
right, we're
No,
echo
gonna
just
chamber.
change
I
the subject real
appreciate
quick,
y'all.
y'all. We're gonna change the subject real quick. All right, so real quick. Hey, y'all
yeah.
support the stream. Y'all been joining the conversation, man. Make sure y'all put some color in the chat. Y'all been real slipping on the support tonight. So can we get some color in the shit? That where
This
either man
that.
go? I want to either man. I needed your advice, man. I was gonna ask a question.
Now I'm gonna count
Yeah,
that as a
JT
rage
back.
quit. I'm
that's
gonna
a
count that as a
that's a rage
rage
quit.
quit.
Yeah.
That's
All right. So
that's
there's
a
a lady.
rage quit.
Listen, I'm not gonna tell you her name. There's a lady in the comments, right?
Mm.
She posed a question, and I did it earlier on the members only. Make sure y'all sign up to my members only. Listen, we had a conversation. Was it this week or last week? Was it
This week.
It was one of the craziest stories you ever hear in your life, boy.
What was that?
I think it was Tuesday.
It was
Monday,
Monday.
Monday.
All
Yeah,
I
it
know
was
is
Monday.
everybody said that my membership live better than the regular one, but that's a whole. It was a story. I'm gonna just say that. But there's a lady in the comments. I'm not gonna reveal who she is, but she wanted to hear people's perspective. So the chat, I need y'all to give y'all perspective. I know the men might feel some way about this, but it is what it is. And she asked, so what happens? I mean, is a man wrong that if his wife cheated on him 3 times and he forgave her and took her back, but now years later he's asking for a divorce? We can go one by one. So Summer, what would be your advice to her? Because she is listening and she wanted to know, was her husband wrong because he wants a divorce?
Just a clarification question. He wants a divorce due to the 3 men, right? Later on, right? It's due to the fact that she did cheat the 3 times, right?
She cheated 3 times, but he said he forgave her, but he came back and
But then
said,
later on, he divorced
yeah, he
due to
changed
the
his mind.
cheating,
Either
right?
man, come back up. I want your perspective.
He just couldn't take it. He probably having flashbacks on the best man, like when he was doing his wedding vows, and he was and he was imagining this girl with his best friend.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Summer. That was funny.
No, I'm just saying he probably having
He
flashes, just
having
flashes. I mean, he can't deal with it. Not to laugh at the situation, but he probably thought that he could deal with it, right? He probably thought he could forgive it, but it probably was just too much for him to bear.
All right, I'm gonna just go one by one. JT.
Yeah, I mean, if he took her 3 times, and then he asked for a divorce, my thought would be that it was just he figured that there was nothing else that comes back from it. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to get a ROI out of it. He did it as long as he could. And it probably was more, and I would think that it would probably be more to the story, because most of the time with men, what takes us over the edge is the lack of accountability from the woman. It's a lack of understanding from that woman, and for the most part, she probably thought that she was that he should be, understanding, right? And he just gets to a point, and it's all through their conversation. So we've never heard their conversation, but I'm just saying throughout just listening a lot of times what takes us to a point where we just at the point where we just say, well, fuck it, is because the last conversation we had with that woman. And if she lacked empathy, if she lacked understanding, if she lacked anything that comes down to the point of, her saying, I owe you a debt. And if she didn't feel that she owed that man a debt, and she say, fuck this shit, and she probably was the one that was saying, fuck this shit. I don't want to have every day I come home and I gotta be,
get thrown in my face.
Remorseful, to get thrown in my face. All these different things. The conversation is what it was that took him the other. It wasn't the act because he did it 3 times. He accepted her 3 times. It was her attitude that came behind him accepting her in that last conversation that they had. And, right, wrong, or indifferent, that's the thing. It's about marriage that a lot of people don't talk about. Not on panels. The only time you be privy to listening to these in both sides is a counselor or someone that's in family.
All right, so
and
real
stuff
quick,
like
let me
that.
get some context as I'm reading her text message.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reading
I
her
need
text
that
message.
type of time.
She said, I'm reading her text message. Hey, and I know you listening, so if you want me to ask the panel any questions, just text me and I'll ask them. And for the person said, F that, the real question is, who is it? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, I don't want to know. I don't even
Well, I
want
love
to.
you, Trey. I had a joke for you, boy, but I'm gonna let it go. Let it go.
Don't be petty. All right, she said, I had my 3rd child the first time it happened, talking about the first time she cheated. So she already had 3 children. She says the 2nd time was 3 years later. So she cheated after her 3rd child.
Mm-hmm.
She said the 2nd time was 3 years later, and then the 3rd time was 4 years later. She said she gave her life to God after the 3rd time. It's always just me and my children throughout our marriage. He worked 7 days a week and played the game when he wasn't working. We didn't hang out or spend time together. He's a workaholic. I had childhood trauma and never dealt with it, and it carried over into my marriage. After therapy, I don't blame him for the things I did. I blame myself. And I'm not going to read the rest, but go ahead.
Damn. So, yeah, the only thing that they have to do is, well, she's going to have to figure out how she's going to at least get this man to respect her presence, right? And that's going to be a long fucking time for that to happen. Because if you did that shit that many times, I'm gonna just keep it 100. That man don't trust shit that you say. He don't believe a motherfucking thing that you say. And if you keep believing that man believe you, you might have to just give him his space, because that man don't trust you at all.
Yeah, I was gonna say once, maybe twice you tried it, and 3 times. Listen, you don't want to be married. Like at the end of the day, she was lying to herself in that situation. If he was not fulfilling what she's trying to say, he just plays his game all day. He do this. That's what she's trying to say, right? And there was no change in that behavior. But
that's
what I understood. Like he didn't. Okay.
No. She said he was a workaholic, and when he was, you got to think about it, right? A man that works a lot, so his form of stress relief was playing the game. So he was taking care of the business. He was taking care of responsibility. It's just that when he had free time, he liked playing the game. So you got to think about the stress that people deal with while they are at work. So sometimes when I just want some me time, I want to play my game and be left alone because of all the pressures and everything I deal with while I'm at work. So some people.
No, I get that. I get that, Trey, 100%. What I'm saying is, that's what I'm saying. I'm not blaming the man. I'm not trying to blame him at all. What I'm saying, I'm not kind of, but I am blaming her, right? If she wasn't getting her needs met, and that's the reason why she went outside of the marriage, if she did not communicate that to said man, her husband, and then the husband did not reconcile that or do something different, to whatever the case may be, then she should have started with counseling then rather than going to an outside source, because adding an outside source or another man's situation wasn't going to make that any better. That was probably going to drive him further away and make him not want to spend time with you because you went outside of the marriage. That wasn't going to help the situation at all from what she's explaining. And then to do it a second time, I think I would be honest, you playing in that man's face.
Yeah, can I say
That's the
something?
thing right there,
Hold on,
Summer. God damn, that's the thing.
we
You
can't
playing in that
skip
man's
P.
face.
Hold on, we can't skip P Smirk. Go ahead,
Oh,
Chris.
my bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna have to call it tonight. I'm dozing off. So, I would say let that man go. It sounds like he's stuck around for the children. There's more to this story. I would love to hear more to the story before I can expound, but it's time to let it go. So if you lucky he gave you all this time, and I land. But I'm gonna say love and respect to all of y'all. Peace and blessings, man, to the chat, and I'll holler at y'all tomorrow. I gotta give me some rest.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
all right, P Smirk.
Good night.
All right,
All
so
right, P. All right,
hold
twin.
My
up,
man.
hold up. Before you go, real quick, she said we were married at 19 to answer Summer, and I asked for counseling each time, and he refused every time. It's on you, Mo.
Okay, so you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the question was, is he wrong because he said that he forgave her after cheating 3 times, and then later on, years later, he decided he wants a divorce? No,
Yeah.
he's not wrong. Um, if she cheated 3 times, the covenant was already broken by the adultery. So the husband again was not wrong for staying and trying to work it out, because it sounded like he did. Yeah, sometimes people just genuinely decide, I tried, I can't carry that pain anymore. And I think the mistake that a lot of people make is thinking, well, you stayed this long, so you can't leave now. So I would say, from the sound of it, saying was an attempt to, I guess, repair what was broken, but it doesn't change the fact that the adultery already violated the covenant. And people have to remember that just because a person forgives you, that doesn't mean that it solves everything. Forgiveness will release bitterness, but it does not erase consequences. So that's just part of the consequence.
All right, real quick before Either Man go. Dan Joy was $5. Either Man is Android 19 from DBZ. All right, it's on you, Either Man.
Spending some time in a relationship, I feel like at some point everybody's wrong. I feel like your wrong is so bad that it's so minute to his wrong. Like this. See, I do that with nobody but me.
Rockstar, can you mute?
Oh, my bad. I ain't know y'all can hear me. Let me
You
mute.
knew it. See, then he just lied for no reason. So the whole point that I'm saying is, I do think it's he got some wrong, because I don't think he really forgave her. I think he might have not been truthful. But like, I can point at things that I believe on the outside that he did wrong. But it sounds like she almost want him to have no fault, like to be perfect after all this wrong have been done to him. So I would just land it here and say, you wrong. You need to take the bean out your own eye before you try to figure out how wrong he is. And you need to look in your mirror and understand that everything that you get in, truthfully and honestly, is because of the wrong that you did.
All right, Rockstar.
Yeah, kind of like Peace. I agree with what Peace Murph said. One of the comments he made. It's definitely not enough information for me to really make the best sound, conception of it. But I will make an educated assumption, based off the information that I got. Respectfully, man, it was just honestly a match made in hell. I think they were doomed from the start. Um, but I think in cases like this, I tell men you have to find a P in you in situations like this, when you at the crossroads between love and the person you love hurting you. You know what I mean? A close friend of mine once told me, man, I was having a relationship problem. He say, look at here, homie. He say, one or two things gonna happen in life. You better choose. Either life gonna pimp you, or you better pimp your life. And that includes everything, and that includes everything, it including your woman. And so she's definitely wrong. We live we live in a world where there's a community for people like her, and it's greatly accepted and respected and honored. And so she should have had that conversation with him, because he definitely seems to be accepting of some things if he forgave her for fucking over. So they should have just joined the lifestyle. But so maybe she did, and maybe he didn't want to adapt to that. And then so, that's, I mean, that's why he's accountable at. But other than that, he is a victim. And the bottom line is, she said she had trauma, and that's the challenge with life, man. Hurt people hurt people.
Harlan?
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you, sister, if you listen. You can't be serious even ask that question. You can't be for real. Hell no, he ain't wrong for leaving. Only thing he wrong about is not leaving the first damn time. You don't respect you don't respect that man doing that. That like go ahead, Wall Street. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna be cool.
I don't think Wall Street are. But so right. I've been doing podcasting for a long time, right? And I remember one time I did an assessment on the men that always came on my platform that got cheated on. And 100% of the time, it was men that it was usually truck drivers who were always gone, or men that worked a lot, like that worked long hours, worked out of town, etc. But they were providing 100% of the bills. They paid all the bills every time a man say his wife or girlfriend cheated. The girlfriend had no financial responsibility. Why do y'all think that's a thing?
Well, because I think in relationships, paying the bills is not enough. Like,
That's what I was gonna say.
and when we had this conversation, like, I still have to deal with the person. Now, I'm not giving anybody the excuse to cheat. She's absolutely wrong. If you cheating on your man and he paying all those bills, as
Bro,
I
what are you
start,
talking about?
I'm talking about the subject. So the point that I'm making is, it's a level of maintenance that men have to do with their wives. You can't be just going, like, I know truck drivers who go for 2-3 weeks, they come home and get on the video game. And I try to explain to them that woman needs some attention outside of money. The money lasts for a little while, but you have to give this woman a level of attention. And so being a husband is just not financially. We also have to invest in our wives and do a little bit more. So I think it is
Man,
something.
playing a video game ain't justification for a bitch to fuck over her nigga 3
I
times.
agree with you.
Stop it.
Sound like she over sexualized.
God damn, man. This shit
I agree with
crazy.
you. I agree
This
with
shit
you,
is
Ross Dog.
insane, bro.
But let me ask you this, right? I remember everyone. I still play the video game too, but I remember one time I had a woman tell me, "I'd rather you be at home playing a video game than out in the streets."
Thank you, Trey.
But
Thank you.
that don't work for all women. That most
No,
women.
no, I'm
I
not
get it.
saying
Yes.
I'm not saying it worked for all women, but I'm just saying that she was like, you know what?
Yeah, that's a good
I know
point.
you play that
I
game
bet
all
it
the
worked for
time.
all good
But I'd
women.
rather you be here playing
It
the game
doesn't.
out in the streets with the other women. That's a fact.
Come
And
on,
I
man.
I said this. I say now, if you want me to get in these streets, I have no problem.
And Trey, and look, and this further proves that in so many cases, women can't be pleased. If he with his homies playing the game, that's a problem. So you mean to tell me now, if he at home with his bitch playing the game, that's still a problem? Get the fuck out of here, man.
What I'm saying is, it's no
Man,
problem. It's no.
I
Go
bet it's
ahead.
no problem for all
Shit
good women.
crazy.
No, it's not a problem. It's not a problem with you playing the video game. But if you don't give her attention, that video game is now second to your job, and now she's third. That is a problem.
But
So I'm
here,
not
No,
saying. I'm
she
not
just
saying.
a
Hold on.
hoe,
Hold
bro.
on.
No, she just
Let
a
me
hoe, bro.
land it. Let
No,
me.
she
Let me
just
land.
a hoe. You trying to make
Cool.
it ugly
She's
to
a
something
hoe.
what she
She's a
is, bro.
hoe. She's a hoe.
Okay, it ain't
I'm
got nothing
agree.
to do with time.
No,
It ain't got nothing to do with
none of
I
that
ain't getting no
shit, man.
attention. It ain't
I'm
got
trying
nothing
to
to
have
do
a
with
deeper
nothing you talking
conversation.
about. I'm
Yeah, he's
having a
literally
people
trying to give
conversation.
it.
Everything ain't deep, E
Literally,
man. Some shit
Okay.
just cut and drop and
It's
drop,
just
nigga.
cut and dry. This
God
ain't no
damn.
No.
ain't no bread.
Hold on, y'all, real quick. I'm not gonna overlook either man. I'm gonna tell y'all why. because that's why I asked the initial question.
Yeah.
It's something about a man being a woman needing attention. I don't get it. A man can be protecting, he can be providing, but because he's gone all the time, or he's not stimulating her emotions, that a lot of times they will step out. And the man is doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
So that's the question I'm saying. So
but
y'all say real quick, Harvin, y'all saying it don't matter, but that's not necessarily true.
Trey, the truth teller. You think a good
can I
woman
answer as a woman?
Trey, you got good woman and you got no good woman.
Yeah, Trey, the truth teller. You
That's
think a
gonna
good woman
tell
to step
you
out?
if she's see what I'm saying? That's gonna tell you if she's gonna step out or not.
I would say no.
Okay, so remember we were talking about, are there good women out here? You said you ain't never had no problem finding no good one. Remember that?
Oh, I've never had a problem ever.
Okay, so the
May I
problem
answer
is
as
it
a
ain't got
woman?
nothing to do with the time and emotions.
It don't have
He
nothing
ain't
to do
find no
with it.
good woman. He found a piece of shit.
Listen, man,
Okay.
it's bitches. Hold on, it's women out here that are keeping their legs closed for niggas doing years in prison. She has no excuse.
Yeah, may I answer as a woman? And we're not even going to talk about what she did she cheated, and so we already know that's a given that was wrong. That should not cause you to go out and get another man and cheat. I'm not saying it. I just want to talk to the point that either man was trying to go to, and what Trey just said about the attention. Like, why is it that when a man that you perceive is doing all of the right things as far as the protecting and providing is concerned, or if they're a workaholic and they're away from the home making the money, like, why is it that a woman will not feel fulfilled and needs more attention, right? I don't know if the vast majority of people go into relationships with that disconnect, but I feel like when you're dating, you're more together, right? You're doing things together. You're more intentional when you're dating. But then once you get married, then you start having all of these outside distractions and things that kind of split you up like this. So I could see how if she voiced to her husband, hey, because you work so much, which I appreciate that. I appreciate that you work and you're taking care of the home and you're providing. And I appreciate that. But when you come home, can we talk about spending more time together? I understand you need to unwind with your game because it's probably was stressful out there in those working streets. I'm going to give you that time. I respect that time that you need. But outside of this window that we agree upon, can we spend more time together? Because I miss you. I want to get back to that connection that we've had when
She
we were
love
together and we were
you.
dating.
Man,
And I
That's why
love
she
you
wants
and I
your
want to spend
these
attention
are
time.
because she
bias
loves
But
you.
if he says, if I may add, but if he says, I'm gonna just say no. I'm sure they ain't gonna just say no like that. But let's say it doesn't happen and it doesn't, and it continues to not happen. So technically, she might as well have just been single. If you don't have companionship,
Technically, she might as
Let
well
me
not
mute
have
my
got
mic.
married.
Let me mute my mic.
that's what I was about to say, Harwin. If I
She's a
may say that,
whore.
So
Harwin.
it's so it's
I'm not talking about the girl. I'm
I'm talking
not
about in
talking
general.
about this lady. I'm
I'm not talking about
saying,
this lady. I'm talking in general. Any woman that you
how was she a whore? She asking for more time and she didn't step out on her man.
No, I ain't talking about the ones you talk. I'm not talking about the
That's
mature
what I'm saying,
women.
I'm saying in general, a mature
But we
woman will
not
go
talking
to her
about them
man
women.
like
We talk about the
that.
ones that cheat.
I know, but hold
said,
on.
let's take the cheating off because Trey just asked the general question outside of the cheating. He said, why are women not satisfied? And they need all this attention.
No, he said why they
hold on, y'all.
cheat.
Hold on. She
No,
asked
he
a
said
question. Hold on, y'all.
attention. Okay.
Hold on, something real quick. So she said, so Harwin, you call her HOE, right?
No, I was speaking in general. That wasn't directly at her, but it is what it is. If that's what she feels, the shoe fit weird.
No.
If the shoe fit weird,
Hold
listen.
on, Harwin. Nope. You said he just married a HOE. That's what you said.
To the conversation.
No, that was not to her though. That was to the context of in general of everybody. I didn't say that directly to her. But if that's how she feel, any woman that cheat on her husband is being a whore. So let me be clear.
Okay, all right.
That's
So,
a Jezebel.
hold on, no. Hold on. So, look,
Can I say
let me ask you this real quick. So, if it was the other way around and the man cheated, would you be calling the man the 304?
Absolutely. If you, all you gotta do is go back to when we was first talking on the panel about this. When I said when men do it, they being coon.
Men can't
I
be
said they being
whores.
coon.
We're
They should
whore
tell the woman. Hold on, Rockstar. Hold on. Let me answer this
We're
fully.
whore
Because
makers.
I want to say
No,
something
listen,
after Harwin.
listen.
I've been trying, please. when you're
Listen,
done.
I heard you. Just be patient. I'm gonna get to you.
Okay. After Harwin, hopefully I can say something.
Go ahead, Harv.
Yeah, to answer that, when we had that conversation about this a few months back, I said that man should have just went to that woman from the beginning if he wanted multiple women and did it the right way. But because he misled her and deceived her into something, he a coon ass nigga. That was my exact words.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Mo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So when it comes to, I guess, people trying to justify cheating, saying the woman is lonely or her needs are not being met because the man is gone, I believe that a neglected wife and a cheating wife are not the same thing. Um, I believe that that's a choice, and so many times we make excuses for it. And majority of the time, whether people admit it or not, it is a lack of discipline and it is a person moving out of lust. We don't never talk about that portion of it. And I feel like the answer to unmet needs is communication. You get what I'm saying? Not sleeping with somebody else. That just continues
Exactly.
the issue. It doesn't resolve it.
So
Yeah,
the
but
reason
I
why
don't.
these conversations are kind of fucked up on these panels is for the simple fact that we don't have enough married people coming on these panels together, and it is almost to zero, right? That actually express these type of inside issues that we have. And I've said this before. Married couples have issues that most people don't even talk about on
Right.
panels.
But they don't talk
The
about them
issues,
though.
but the issues that they have is way more complicated, and their way is way more complicated than this whole thing that we talk. Just think about it. Think about every panel that you go on. Everybody is talking about the dating game. They're talking about being inside of picking a person. They ain't talking about being with that person and you done spent 10 years, 15 years, and they done did some shit that was very complicated. Cheating, spending the bills, all kind of shit. They don't agree with the parenting type of thing. They find these things out later on in their marriage, right? You know why you don't? Because most of the people talk about, well, if this person did this, I'm leaving, right? So we won't have we won't until we start having actual married couples coming on these panels and actually expressing that. We won't have that real conversation when it comes down to it. You just have a bunch of people talking about after 15 years, it's
You know what,
that type
But
of
what
a thing.
about
I
a
want to
lot of the
respond to that,
married
JT,
people?
because I
Before you,
personally, if you really look at it, there are a lot of us on these panels and podcasts are married women, but you want to know what they calling a married woman? Pick me's, and they just straight ignoring married men like me who are successfully married to a black woman.
Well, it's
That's
because
the
y'all not
problem.
together. That's what I'm saying. It's because you're not on the panels together, right?
But we don't have to be though.
We don't
No,
have.
you
That's what
have
I'm
to
saying.
be.
No, we
No, we
don't.
don't.
No.
No, we don't.
Listen to what I'm saying,
That's
Rockstar.
insane.
In order for people, so we're just going to keep the conversations that we
Yes,
have at the
my
level that we
wife is
have
a
them at.
my wife is a wife. She doesn't do this. This is
No,
not.
listen what I'm
I'm
saying.
a
Listen
wife
what I'm
and
saying.
I do this. My husband
Wow.
don't do this.
No, but
Yeah.
What
listen
does
what
that
I'm
mean?
No,
Like,
no,
No,
no.
Summer, what does
I
that mean,
wasn't
right?
negative.
Hold
No,
on,
Right.
folks.
don't take it
Hold
personally.
on.
I was just saying
our
my
husbands
wife
are
just
wrong because
isn't
they don't
Right.
do
into
this.
this.
Right. That's what I'm
That's all
saying,
I was
Rockstar.
saying.
So right. So
All
then
right.
that's what I'm saying about the conversation. The
I can't.
conversation will only be at one level. It's not going to go anywhere else. You have to be able to
Can I
talk
ask you
to
a question,
couples
JT?
together.
Nah,
JT,
I
can I
don't
ask
Together.
agree
you a
with that.
question?
Yeah, I know that you don't. That's my
And
whole
what
point of
about
saying
the
what I'm
married
saying.
JT,
people
can I
that
ask
get
you
up
a
here
question?
and are miserable? We see a lot of
Listen,
married people get on these panels complain
Absolutely.
about being married. So how are they an example?
no,
Oh,
no, no,
Mm.
no.
so we just
Not
gonna
no, not
Listen.
talk
negatize
about
everything
them. Not
good.
talk
No,
about them.
listen what I'm
Exactly. Why
saying.
we gotta inject negative variables and
No,
shit?
I'm not
Listen,
talking
I'm
about
being
the negative
honest.
couples.
hold
I'm
on,
talking
folks.
about
Hold
couples.
on. I'm
JT,
telling
I
y'all the
have a
reason why
literal
this.
question for
This
you
is a real good
specifically.
conversation. I hope we can put our egos
I have
down.
a question for you
Well,
specifically, JT.
well,
If I can
if the
ask you.
chat is
Yes, go
enjoying the
ahead.
conversation, they need to start sending some super
Hey,
chat. That's
color
what
that.
they
I
need to do.
agree.
Yeah, color that damn
Go to the
the
goddamn
comments,
chat.
man. What
That's
y'all
what y'all need to
doing?
do.
It's
All right, real
fine.
quick, let me give y'all more context because she's texting me right now. So after each time she cheated, she went to him. She asked for therapy. He didn't want to go, right? So she said he has had, and text me how long y'all been married. She said he has had primarily the same work schedule their entire marriage. And she said this man works 7 days a week, 16 hours a day. Now,
my God.
Hold on. Listen to this.
And tired.
To me, it's wrong to say a man is neglecting his wife when he's sacrificing to provide.
Exactly.
I disagree.
Any man, just
no,
let me
say that one more time.
That's fine.
Oh my God. Eat a man, bro.
Hold on.
Say that one more time for
Can
me.
I get it out? Let me say it, please. This is what I'm saying. Because I used to be a check to check type man. I've been there before, so I hadn't always been where I am now. So I understand. So this is what I'm saying. Basically, I think Mo Love stated about something about neglect. In neglect, in Mo Love, you can put more context in it if I'm taking what you're saying out of context, right? But what I'm saying is this. If a man is working to provide for the family and sacrificing his everything to provide, to keep a roof over their head, lights on, water bill paid, gas paid, god dang, everything provided for the family, then that's not neglecting his wife.
Yeah, I didn't
Can
say
I
that.
respond to that? I said it.
Hold on, because
Can
I
I?
wanted to get he said what I said. So I said a cheating wife is different than a neglected wife, and I mentioned how um that's not an excuse for a woman to go out and cheat because a man is working.
Okay.
The answer to unmet needs is communication, not
Gotcha.
sleeping with somebody else.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
not an excuse. And I
Gotcha.
also said I feel like people try to justify cheating, and
Which is what Summer said.
they'll give a million excuses when they won't admit that it is lust and a lack of discipline.
Okay.
So can I tell you why I
Over
disagree with you?
sexualization, eat a man.
Okay, I know you want to keep going back to that,
No,
but
any man,
let me tell you.
hold on, real quick.
Is that not over sexualization?
Hold on. Let me give Edie Man some more context real quick because I'm texting her in real time, y'all. So I gotta get it. So Edie Man, so this man was just like my grandfather. So I'm texting her. His way of showing love is providing. That's the same way my grandfather was. All my granddaddy did, my only thing my granddaddy did was I seen my grandfather go to work, come home. He just wanted his food. He don't want nobody to mess with him. He don't want to bother him. And that's just the way it was. So he's an old school type guy. He believes in provide for the family. He's a workaholic, and that's all he know. And that's just the type of man he was. So he's just like my granddaddy was. I experienced that in real time. So I just trying to give you more context, Edie Man, but good.
So let me tell you why I disagree with you, right? So he didn't neglect his wife in the 16 hours that he worked. The neglect was the 8 hours he wasn't working. Like so that's I'm not trying to say that the neglect he was neglecting his wife while he was at work, he was providing for the family. That's not my point. That 16 hours is taken out of. I know he gotta sleep. It's a time that he's playing video games or whatever he's doing that we can say if he didn't give none of that time to his wife, he still can neglect and still be a provider. So I'm not saying he need to take time away from working, especially if they have to pay bills, but he can be neglecting her on his free times just because he's a provider. That was why I disagreed.
Oh yeah, I don't have no argument with that, but at the end of the day, like I said earlier, right? The video game was his outlet for providing, and so I understand you saying that. Hey, his wife should have been. Matter of fact, did y'all? Let me ask her. You say he played the video game. I'm talking to the lady because she texted me in real time. Did he ever take you on a date? And did y'all spend quality time together outside when he was having his free time? So because she's texting me in real time real quick.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is it should have been a balance. We don't have the whole story.
Yeah, I'm trying to get as much info
but if he played the video game 4 days and he gave you time 3 days, that's no neglect. But if you tell me all 7 days was video games, kind of what you said your grandfather did, that is neglect. Now some
And I
women
have to
can
add on to
process.
that. Oh, sorry, Edie Man.
Hold. So they spent time before she cheated.
So yes,
Because that's what I was going to ask. If she said she's been with this man since 19 years old, and he had the same job since they've been married, she knew what she was getting. She knew what she was getting herself into.
Yep.
My question was going to be exactly what she just answered. Was he making time for her at one point, and then it fell off, and then that's when she started feeling quote unquote neglected? Or did something change because you married the man knowing, that he's working 16-hour shifts? Now, was he on the video game for the first 5 years? Instead of video game, he was playing with you, for the first 5 years. And then all of a sudden he started using that as an outlet and neglecting her. Like, that's my question.
Okay, I take that back. I recant that. She said we didn't spend time before I cheated. That's
right. But at one point did they spend time? Because she's saying that this man was working 16 hours this whole time. So that means she knew what she was getting herself into. And she still decided to marry him. So why are we going to play the neglect card if you knew that's what you was getting yourself into?
16 hours, 7 days in a row.
That's my. If he wasn't on that job when they first met, then I understand then how she started feeling.
You saying you saying she went into that marriage knowing what type of man he was, right?
If he was on that same job, that's my question.
What made her marry him?
Right. But if he wasn't on said job and it was a completely different relationship, then once they got married, then he got that job, and then all of a sudden it's turned into like she didn't have no time with him now. All of a sudden,
no, it don't matter. That shit don't
I'm
matter.
I'm just asking.
Right now, this is the thing, ma'am. Are you a Christian, ma'am? Did you get married up under the vows to God?
Simple.
If you
everybody ain't religious though.
No, that's why I asked the question. Did she get married up under the pretenses of she had a vow? The motherfuckers still be taking vows, don't they?
Yeah, anybody get married, that's a vow. They gotta take.
Okay,
it's a vow.
They're taking vow. The vow is to God. They better understand it before they do it, right? So at the end of the day, what does the vows in totality talk about? We're gonna stay together for better or worse.
Sickness and health. Better or worse.
Rich or poor.
Rich or poor.
That means everything that she was talking about. You can't sit back now and say because he was on the game or because he was working so much and he neglected and all these different things and then say we divorced now. That's bullshit. All of it is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is the reason why I say when you have married couples on, I guarantee if you ever have people that are married couples to do that, it will change the game of podcasting. It'll change this whole fucking trajectory. It'll change it.
I have a hard time for me.
All right, so hold on, y'all, real quick. Hold on, one second. I asked her a question. I said, so your main issue with him was working too much. She said, yes. All the time spent while married was with my kids. He was always working or home sleeping or playing the game.
Better or worse.
16 hours.
How many times? Okay.
Listen, y'all can ask her questions right now. She gonna respond because she's texting me in real time.
Okay, so with all the working he did he ever plan when he had like a few days off, whatever? Did he ever plan like, hey, I've got a couple of days off, babe, let's go out for a night, and then maybe he'll rest for a whole day? Maybe he needs to take like 2 or 3 days off for him to like plan a day off with his wife, maybe do something with the kids, whatever. And then take a whole complete day off just to rest. Like it's about prioritizing what you really care about.
Well, exactly. And I want to add to that, T. Let me add to that.
You have to prioritize.
She said to T, no, he didn't.
See,
So
that's the problem.
but
let me
T,
add
he
to
need to
that, man.
practice.
Let me add to that,
He
T.
No,
needs
T,
to
that
Because
ain't the
practice
here's
that.
the
problem.
thing.
That
Hold
ain't
on,
the
hold on,
problem.
hold on, T. He
A
needs to
woman
practice
has
that.
I
options
don't
when
know
it
how
comes
to
to
score.
dealing with men,
And
right?
I'm just going.
This is what's been told to woman forever. This is what the woman in my family used to tell the woman, right, when they get with a guy, whatever. You have two goddamn options, and you're gonna have to choose because it's not gonna go your way. If you either want the lifestyle and you ain't gonna see your nigga as often, or you want his ass to come home and
And
you
you gonna
gonna
be
have
broke.
you gonna not no, we're not gonna use extremes. He can be still making a decent living, but it's the lifestyle's gonna be
I
drastically
agree.
different.
I agree with
And at
that.
I
the
was
end of
going
the
to
day,
suggest,
and
yeah,
at the
that's what
end
I
of
was
the
going to
day,
suggest.
I
at the end of the
agree.
day, everybody can't have their cake and eat it too. That's
That's
just like for
true.
me, like when what Trey was saying about his grandfather. Look, majority of my adult life, I've worked 12-hour days almost every day, in and out of town, being on
Yeah.
nationwide tours, and I was in the street selling drugs. So guess
Mhm.
what? But none of that had no real bearing on if who I was with was gonna fuck around on me or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's either for you or she's
Or
for the
she's not.
streets.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's
T,
that
It
simple.
ain't no in between.
I
Ain't
agree.
T,
no in
In
But
between.
between.
but
Either you
here
good, either
here's
you being a good woman or you ain't.
but
yeah,
here's
yeah,
but
Exactly.
here's the thing though. Here's the thing. Like women will sign up for that, but then once they sign up, they don't really
Yep.
know what they signed up for. They
Facts.
just,
Mhm.
they like, oh, I thought this was cool, but nah, this really not cool for me. So it's,
Yeah.
I mean,
So
listen,
we have
Here's
and
to.
men do the
watch
same
this.
thing.
See, let me
It
answer
takes
Because
this.
this is
two
the
to
reason
make
why
a
most
relationship
men
work.
say nowadays that we
Yeah,
not marrying y'all
And
ass.
and
and
it's
look, and
fine.
let's talk about
Listen,
neglect,
JT, and
right?
I
Guess
get it,
what?
right? I get it.
That
I'm just saying,
man slaving for 16
I
hours
get
a
it.
day,
I
he's
get it.
being neglected too.
I get it.
Just
No,
not
ain't
by
no
her.
tool. He not neglecting her, man.
No, I didn't say,
Harwood, a
no, you didn't
spade is
hear
a
me.
spade,
I didn't
though. It is
say
what it
he's
is.
neglecting her. I
No, you
say
said
he's,
two though, like TOO, like they both being neglected. No, the only person
yeah.
that got neglected here was him.
Yeah, they, you know what I'm saying? They both share
No,
the neglect,
it was a
suffer
form of it was
T, do you
yeah, it
remember
was
what
a
you was
form
gonna
of
ask me?
neglect.
shit,
Y'all
he being
tripping.
neglected
It was,
too. That man don't want to
Two
be
You
there
things could
remember what
16
be
you was
two
hours
gonna
a
things
ask
day.
could
me?
be
Yeah,
true at the same time,
yeah,
ask me
Harwin.
something.
He could be
It
technically
can be.
neglecting
It's
her,
just
you was
not
gonna
in
but
ask
this
that
me?
case.
does
It two things
Harwin.
can be true, but just not in
Let,
this case, Summer.
Hold
Not
on,
in this
y'all.
Harvard,
case.
let me
Look,
finish my Harvard. I was
what
going to
do
say
you
two
think
things could be
Kobe
true at
White
the
saw
same time.
Kobe?
It could be a form of neglect what he's doing, being on the video games and not paying her no attention. However,
That's cat.
that
Facts.
does not
He's
mean
working
Now
that she
that's
16
goes
facts.
hours,
out.
7 days in a
Can I
row.
can
He
I
can still be
finish?
neglect. It can still
You
be.
fit, I'll let you fit. Like, come on,
Listen,
man.
it's
We everybody
indirect
interjecting.
neglect.
I'm being
It's
quiet.
not.
Like,
It's not per.
But I'm trying to get
Some are
my full
saying
point.
it's
Then you
not.
can argue me.
It's indirect neglect.
we
It's
we
not
know your point,
purposeful.
Summer. Like, it's just come on.
But what I'm saying, it does not say, "Oh, you should go cheat on him because of it." I'm
I
not
know you
saying
ain't
that.
saying that. I know you're not
But what I'm
saying that
saying,
though.
it is indirect. Thank you for that, Roster. It is indirect neglect. If he's
Yes,
working
indirect.
16
Yeah.
hour shifts, it's 8 more hours in a day. He's choosing to be on his video game because he said that's what relaxes him, right? But
Yeah,
then
he
he's not
working 16
carving out
hours a
any.
day, 7 days
But
in a
why get
row.
married? Why get
Uh-huh.
Some
married if
is
you if why
What
get
you
married? Why
mean?
have a part? Why get married? Why have a partner
Harwin.
if your
She's
whole
right,
premise
brother.
is
Y'all got it.
Harwin.
Let me solve
You
this
can
problem.
unintentionally
Let me tell
neglect
y'all how to solve
somebody,
this
brother.
problem. Hold
You
on.
can
Yeah,
unintentionally
a nigga
hurt
can't get no
somebody.
Let me
rest.
tell
He
y'all
can't
how
get
to
no
solve
REM
this.
sleep. He
As a
can't get a
married
but
woman,
breather, and it's called
but
as
neglect
a
because
Harvard.
he trying
married,
to get a breather.
hold
See, you
on,
being
hold
But
on,
selfish,
seven
Harvin.
days
I'm
a
not
week,
being
You being
7 days a
selfish, bro.
disingenuous,
week,
brother.
She married that
7 days
man
a
knowing
week,
how he
Harwood.
was.
as a married
Harvin,
woman,
you've never unintentionally hurt somebody or neglected
hold
somebody.
on.
Never.
Can I say
Now,
something?
yes, I have, bro. I'm just saying in
That's
this
all we're
case, that's
saying.
not what I know. That's what you're saying. All I'm saying is this
I
case,
would
that's not what this
downsize. I would
is.
be
As a
like,
married,
babe, let's downsize so we can spend more time
That's not what
together.
this is. Yes, that can
No,
happen,
That's what
but
I
that's
would
not what
say.
this
okay,
is.
we're
it's
not
about
taking
opinion.
accountability away from her. We've
Let me
I
say
know
established
you not. I know you not rock star.
Okay, got
I know you're not taking accountability. All I'm saying is, in this case, that's not happening.
All right.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, T.
As a married woman, right? It's pretty simple, honestly. Men are simple. This is what I've learned over the years. Men just want a good meal, sex, frequently, some good rest, and that's really all what it is. So as a woman and as a wife, if you can prioritize those things and make that shit work to where he's satisfied and everything is moving seamlessly, and listen, it's really not that hard. Like, it's like, and I'm not trying to be funny. Like, men are
Isn't it
simple.
more complex than food and sex though?
It
No.
can be. It can
In
be.
general, no. We're simple.
But
We're simple
honestly,
beings.
it's really like, I think we as women, we get in our feelings and make it more complicated because we get in our emotions. Because I'm guilty. I'll be like, oh, I'm in my feelings. I need a little bit more attention than what I'm getting, right? But like sometimes I'll be like, cool. It is what it is. Like you in your little mode, I'm in my little mode. We cool. But again, I've been on my husband.
But
T, do you remember what you wanted to
right?
T, do you
Because let me
remember
tell you
what you?
something. My
T,
wife asked me
hold
what
on for a minute,
my
Rockstar. Hold
okay.
on for a minute. T, do you remember what you wanted to ask me? Because I remember you said you had something to ask me. If
That
not,
was
we can
that
move
was
forward.
kind of along the lines of like along those lines. Like I think there should be like there should, when you're with somebody for so long, you should have like this transparency, a certain level of transparency. Like, hey, even if you have to schedule a little quickie, you know what I mean? Hey, let's get it in real quick for 5-10 minutes. The kids are away for a minute. We got 5-10 minutes. Let's get it in. At the end of the day, he's satisfied. He not crashing out, because the men, when they don't get their shit off, y'all know how y'all act. Y'all out of control. Y'all, we different. Women, we can kind of deal with it. But men, they need to get their shit off. So I kind of try to prioritize that, because I know how men are with the testosterone situation. But women, child, we could go for weeks. We don't give a fuck. But for men, it's different. So me as a wife, I'm like, okay, cool. I got you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And how much? Can you ask her, Trey, if she could hear me? Because you just brought up a good point, T. Did he have enough time to screw his wife?
It's always enough time.
Yeah.
So if she feeling like I can't have no conversation, we can't go out on dates, we can't do all the things. You could play a video game, but you sure can roll roll me on over, and I'll toot that booty to you, and you can spend time and be awake to get that thing in. So is she feeling like she a sex doll?
It don't matter
You
because
said
she
that man
already
that y'all. JT and Summer.
Is she feeling like that's
JT
an
and Summer.
issue?
She said he
That's all
never
I'm
took a
saying.
day off.
Give me 1 second.
I mean, he
Y'all.
working
Hold on.
365.
Hey, shout out to Golden Child with the $5. Larry Johnson, great topic tonight. Somebody with $2, a good woman learning that Grand Theft Auto for sure.
Combo guard.
Yeah,
but
for sure. Y'all
Still not an excuse to cheat.
Y'all put some more color in it.
Here's my point.
Yeah, hold on. To Summer's point, that shit is null and void because
Hey,
she
JT, hold
kind of
on.
felt like a sex.
JT, hold on.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Some kind of bell?
That's a phone.
Oh, that's a phone.
They can hear you.
Okay, hello.
Can y'all hear her?
Yeah, we got her.
All right. So now you can just talk to them yourself. So they won't know who you are, but just go ahead.
Oh, she low.
So we to answer JT's question that he asked earlier about God and stuff, we did get married under God.
You heard that, JT?
I can hear. I can hear clear.
She did get married under God. Okay.
But I wasn't a Christian at the time. I've grown up in the church. I was 19 years old, and I never I hadn't found myself at that point. If that makes sense. And he was confused or wasn't sure if he believed in God. So to answer your question on that,
Anybody want to ask a question?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, JT.
Yeah, did he work 365? Because you said he never he never took a day off at all.
what was the question?
He said, did he work 365? He never took a day off?
So he worked like 7 days a week. Like he had 2 days off a week. He would go in like for overtime. Very rarely did he like take days off. He would take his vacation. And it's been so long ago now. I don't remember like every little thing. But I just know that he worked like 7 days a week. Every now and then he would take a day off. He would take his vacation around the time like when our kids were like for birthdays and stuff like that. So he would take his vacation around that. Like he spent time with the kids, but for the most part, it was just always me and the kids, always spending time together.
But that's because he's working to provide for the family, correct?
Yeah, because he's working, or he's just too tired. Like he would get off of work, and me and the kids want to go out to like a free concert in the city. He don't want to go.
So let me ask you: were you helping contribute? Did you work as well, or it was just him? The family solely depended upon him.
So I've had like several different jobs, throughout our marriage. But there were times where I couldn't work. At one point.
So let me ask you. So mainly y'all depend on him, right?
Right.
Gotcha. Okay, what you want to ask to?
When did you guys get married? How old were you?
19.
We both were 19 when we got married.
That for me, both you guys as a man and a woman, that I mean, especially as a man is not prepared to me, a 19-year-old man or young man is not prepared to be a husband at that point. Not barely a woman is prepared. You know what I mean?
I would.
Right.
I was 24 when I got married, and I wasn't prepared. I couldn't cook for shit at 24. What you mean? I honestly, I always tell my husband this right now. He only married me for my looks. I tell him now.
So
don't say that.
I mean, he loved me, but
No.
I'm just saying, like.
I'm gonna say this because I know it'll just bring it up. Trey, I'm about to get up out of here for a minute, but if you can, brother, I love to even simulcast that topic. How young is too young to get married?
19 is too young.
Because I definitely disagree with what T has said, but I want to have a conversation about it.
Let's talk about it, JT.
Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow night. That'll be the subject for tomorrow night.
That's what's up. I think I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna talk to a black man, and on my channel, I just simulcast it off of my channel.
Yeah, we talk about it tomorrow night.
Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here, man. It's a beautiful thing, beautiful conversation, y'all. I'll holler.
Peace out. Go ahead.
All
right, have a good one.
I want y'all to understand, like, I don't blame him for wanting to leave. I understand the things that I did in my marriage, and I take full responsibility for it. I wanted to hear perspectives on the situation, because when you've been married for 16 years, it's not easy to just be like, just to accept, this is it. But at the same time, I understand, and I am a Christian now, and I've made my peace with it. I respect his decision, and I want nothing but the best for him. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm just out here like I'm still like not understanding why he chose to leave or why he decided he can't continue the marriage. Like I understand all that. I just wanted y'all to know that if in case there was any questions on it.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm just okay. You getting married at 19, like, I mean, that's much younger than when I got married, and even me getting married at 24. Not saying that I have regrets, but I do understand like you don't know what you know until you know what you know, and you know what I'm saying. I'll just go there.
I will
You learn
also
things
say
as you
that
go.
when you mentioned T that about being married young, I do feel like I pushed him into marriage, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to be like just living together, and I wanted us to get married. So I do feel uh, that maybe played a part in like we were too young to just get married like that. So
Okay, I understand. All I'm gonna say is I understand that you're getting a divorce. I believe, right?
mm-hmm.
Okay. So with you getting a divorce, I just want to wish you the best. Even though it's a terrible thing, um, I've seen people go through it. It's not the easiest thing to go through, but I want to wish you the best, and I just want to let you know that there is, there's the greener grass on the other side, and you're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? My suggestion is,
Have you ever had a divorce, T?
I have never had. I have never, but I have. I know people who have.
I have.
Close to. I know you talked about it. My
Yeah,
sister is.
it's a whole
Dang,
different.
sis, I didn't know playing.
I
No,
know.
I'm just saying. Like, I
I'm
know
just
you
saying.
trying to.
Yeah, it's
But
hard.
what I'm saying is, here's my thing. I know it has to be. It's like a second death from what people have described.
It's very difficult.
It's like a losing like your best friend in a sense, low key. You know what I mean? Especially if y'all have kids together. It's like or kids together.
It
That's what's
makes
really
it
tough.
even harder.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's what's really
So,
tough.
yeah. So when you have a kid, like I'm just imagining, like if me and my husband divorced, like that shit would be.
It's tragic.
What? Like I can't believe it. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. Like I can empathize. I can't sympathize because I haven't been through it specifically, but I can empathize and say, dang, like I can't imagine going through it. But I can empathize because I have seen people and known people close to me who have gone through it. And I've seen what they went through and the heartache and the pain they went through. And sometimes that shit takes years to get out of.
That's a fact.
It did.
So, yeah, I know. I was there, ma'am. I was there. I know. So it's like it's I don't know. I don't know. I hate it. I hate it. But at the same time I understand it because you can't stay in a situation that no longer grows you or
Especially if you
benefits
did
you.
everything, like you get what I'm saying?
You've done everything that you do, and then that shit just don't work no more. You just gotta say, you know what?
And it's not the spirit of I'm leaving, just cut. No, that's not
Right.
what it was.
Right. You tried everything. Exactly. Like you tried everything, you've done everything. I don't knock people for like, oh, we just had a bad argument. Oh, I'm getting
Yeah,
up
that's
out of here.
insane.
That's crazy. But the
Yeah. Well,
people
you
who
know,
have tried and tried and tried and tried and tried, and y'all just couldn't make it work, and y'all gotta go. I'm not gonna knock y'all for that. I respect y'all for
And then,
for not being in that toxic environment. And just going your separate ways and making shit work. It is what it is.
yeah.
With
Well,
the
I
kids.
would tell her, I would just tell her, accept and celebrate evolution. Just focus on being the best mother and grandmother you can be, man, and just rock out respectfully, for real. I mean, for real, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I said this earlier.
Yeah,
Like
just
even when you did I interrupt you? I'm sorry, Rob.
oh no, you good, you good. I was done. I landed
Okay.
my plane.
So yeah, and even when it comes to like the cheating thing, because some people just can't get over that. And I understand she said that she changed. The thing is, she said that I guess he forgave her and he tried. And I said that earlier, forgiveness can remove the bitterness, but it does not remove the consequence of that choice. You know, those are two different things.
All right, let me read these super chats real quick. Adam Warblock Peacemaker. I like to calm down. Willie Water break.
Hmm?
Oh, he was talking about Willie.
Oh, okay.
And then Scorpion sent it. I'm not gonna read it. I just I'm not reading that. That's crazy.
Who the sisterhood? Shout out to the comments. We definitely don't.
We don't subscribe.
Rock with that. Yeah, the sisterhood don't even like the sisterhood.
It's not a real thing.
It's bitterness. It's a bunch of women that low key get together that hate men and don't really like one another, from what I've seen. So,
girl, preach.
Sisterhood don't got nothing to do with any of the women up here.
Preach.
But shout out to y'all.
What are y'all talking about?
I think she was reading a comment. I'm just agreeing. I don't know what comment she read, but I'm agreeing.
Yeah,
because the sisterhood is not a real thing. We could do a whole topic on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know it's not real.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not a hit.
The brotherhood low key not either.
Shout out to you, Naira. I was just responding to the comment
because
there be so many labels that people put on you.
Hold on.
If you are agreeing with the men one night, you will pick me. If you call the men out, you are a part of the sisterhood.
And guess what?
Agree with women, you will simp. So it's a name for everything. It's just good to know. Like it's good to know who you are when you get what I'm saying on these panels, because you're gonna get labeled one way.
And it's the same thing with the men too. Like I seen Trey go through. They tried to take him through there.
Oh my god!
I said they trying to take my boy through that real quick. But the only reason they doing that is because he knew, and he's getting popular. You know what I mean? And so when you get popular,
that always happens.
Yes. So when you get popular, people start to notice you. And I told him this. I said it's because you get popular. Like, people get jealous when it's a new kid on the block. So it just is.
But y'all do know,
and they'll go against you.
But y'all do know in real life, I'm really known across the world.
I know, I know you, right? I know that.
Stop playing with me.
I know. But I'm just saying these YouTube streets because they so boxed in.
Like I ain't been to Trey workout classes.
I'm saying these niggas don't even. These niggas don't even know.
Person is married because
trying to get me to go.
Trey, I'm gonna come see you at the boxing gym.
Man, Trey's workouts are insane. Okay,
you should tell me.
To be for all the stuff that she claiming.
Hold on, say it again.
I said this Naira person in the chat, like, is she even married? Like, to be for the comments that she been making is wild.
Oh, I don't know. I hadn't even been reading.
That's why you can't read the comments. The comments.
Yeah,
no.
But I'm gonna hang up with you and just go and keep talking to the people. But I was just trying to give people a little bit.
Shout out to you.
Well, Naira, we were coddling, just for the record. At the beginning, when the reality was the reality, we all held her accountable and said it was wrong. She shouldn't have did it, and we cannot blame that man for leaving because what she did was wrong. It was out of pocket, right? We all said that across the entire panel. Now, once we got done with that, and I would suggest everybody, we could give a little grace, right? And I think that's what T was trying to do. Just give a little grace, but we all called her to the carpet and held her to it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
When we said it at first. So
I'm good for that. Yeah.
You get what I mean? And then we tried to apply a little grace at the end. Yeah.
Yes, I'll give you
and that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Give a little encouragement, give a little grace at the end. Because but she was dead wrong.
Nobody is
Yeah,
perfect.
we
That's
all
what
got
that's
we have all
what
done
I've
something.
learned. Like
Yeah.
over the years, like nobody is perfect. Like in this world,
Nobody.
we done all done something that's fucked up.
And
Like
girl,
I know I have, child. Listen,
me too.
but it ain't nobody business. But if you want to tell your business, that's on you. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But I've done some fucked up shit, like for real, you know. But I just don't care to like tell all of my business. I'll tell a little piece, but not too much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A little corner of it.
A little corner, a little piece, you know.
Little spicy corner. I like to get my little spicy corners.
A spicy corner is hilarious.
But Summer, even then, they nailed you to the cross the other day. Summer, they nailed you to the cross the other day.
Forget Summer.
Just for
They
saying,
did.
"Oh, I want to
Can't
go to
answer a
the
goddamn
nude beach."
question.
I want to see.
Hit me
I
up.
is
Hit me
curious.
up, Summer. Hit me up.
Can't even answer. Can't even answer a goddamn
I go.
question.
I go to the nude beach with you, Summer. Fuck it.
I'm nosy.
Me
I want to
too.
see what they doing out there. Why they doing
Me
that? Why they
too.
out there like that?
Me too. Listen, what's going on?
And y'all got married women talking like that. Y'all should be ashamed.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Nah, it does matter. I don't know what y'all talking about.
No, because guess what? We're gonna go out there, have a good time, and we're gonna come back to our husbands and have a better time.
There's plenty of places to go. I mean, outside of that.
Y'all not gonna
these
judge
are the
us
married
like that.
women, and these are the married women
I
representing
just think
sisterhood.
Trey, don't do that. Trey, don't do that.
Our husbands
Don't
know
do
we
that.
crazy. Come on, our husbands know.
No, my husband would. Anyway,
I'm gonna let y'all have it.
child, and that's all I'm gonna say, child. But I've been on my husband since 2008.
I'm not finna mess with y'all. That's what I'm not finna do.
No, 05. 05. We got married in 08. Met him in 05. So I've been on that man almost 21 years. What you mean? We done seen and done everything.
God bless. All right. But listen, man, I got things to do. I got to get up early in the morning. So we're going to run it back tomorrow night about that conversation about the right age to get married or if it's too young. Being a
Oh,
teenager.
I would love that because I was 19. I
I'm
was
gonna still
19.
on tomorrow and Summer. Don't come on. Summer, don't come with the bull crap like you did tonight. But I'm done.
Okay, so tomorrow's what?
It's not. It's like what's too young to get married. I think that's a very complicated conversation because you hear people talk about how, oh, you're this old when you're not married. Then if you get married young, you too young. So that's gonna be very interesting.
Because people told me I was too young.
People told me that too. I know I was though.
I think it was your edges that was too young.
I have still my full edges at 42. I just wear this hair, baby. Don't get it twisted. And my sister can vouch for me. I have all my
Nigga, both y'all edges gone. Nigga, here you talking about.
Nah.
You mad because you ain't got no facial hair, nigga.
I ain't tripping. I don't want to be itchy anyway. Hey, I don't want no man. What's that man wig for the face?
No, please, no.
People get those like mustaches.
Don't get a man wig.
What I'm saying is like a lot of time we do have beards, you can't tell what they really look like. So really,
don't get a man.
They really don't look good.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Just stay like that, please.
They got bad units for the face.
Yeah,
I ain't finna go there. Somebody said, Trey, you teach boxing. We have the similar phenotype. Where can I find that content? I don't post my boxing stuff. But
look at Trey rubbing his eyes. He's so doggone sleepy.
I do train professional boxers. Matter of fact, I think one of my fighters fight tomorrow, and I might live stream it while I'm at the fight tomorrow. So I don't know. We'll see.
Do you still do your workouts like all through the week?
Yeah, I do everything.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man. That's how I
Well,
get
I'm
the
gonna
money.
say good night.
That's how I get the money.
Summer beautiful.
Summer
is so beautiful.
Man, Summer. Boy,
thank you.
Summer, sweetheart, she's just oblivious.
What'd you say, sis?
Who does she look like? Are we thinking the same person? Who does
Summer
look like?
One of our cousins?
No, she looks like our aunt.
Oh yes, our favorite aunt.
Yes, they look so much alike.
My favorite auntie. Oh my god.
Yeah, bro, I'm finna go.
Her birthday is actually right now. Her birthday is now.